Them the new cleats? The old ones.
One of them.
The old new
football. My new ones is in the bag over there. Yeah, those are my rainy day.
You got bags and shoes laying around.
My new old ones.
Them my rainy day was on.
Who was that? Who was that? Fat Joe that used to do that? He'd take the forces off, take them out the box and wear them one time and throw them to
yeah.
When he used to lick
he had 10 feet though.
When he licked the shoe?
Yeah, look him before he put them on.
Yeah, that boy wild. Hell no.
Everybody used to do that, man. I used to do that shit.
Y'all, no way. Y'all did that?
I heard my mom see me do that one time and was like, why would you
no
ever?
Way. I couldn't do it, bro.
I won't never do it again, nigga.
Yeah, I'm
Give me
that.
COVID, nigga.
Fuck all that COVID China too. No, I'm just playing. That ain't the China.
You can still do it. You fresh.
We ain't started yet.
I've been saying that for like 30
Go ahead
years.
over the podcast, man. Family Room Podcast, episode 74. I'm the freshest nigga in the crew, Mike Rome.
Jesse Williams out here.
And I guess I'll consensus second, because I think that's where I was with everybody.
I was just messing around, man. I'm just messing around.
Mike is hot.
He showed me to leave it alone. She was like, don't you bring that up. Don't you bring that up. Leave it alone. Man, but we got the gang here, man. We got the gang here, man. Isaac was here last week. He's back for 2 weeks in a row, man. We appreciate you, brother. Steph blessed us with his presence, man. Ain't been back since he left, but he's back. We appreciate you, fam. Good looking, you know what I'm saying? My guy, Dor.
What up? I think it's my second time on here, right? It's my second time.
I think second time, yeah.
I was one of the first, right? Wait, I was one of the first. Was I the first guest?
Nah. Might have been. You were one of the first.
I think I was the first guest.
You might have been. I'm not sure. You might have been.
I think I might have been.
Might have been. That's
Go check the archives after
Yeah, but either way, man, we here for episode 74. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. We're going to have a lot of fun, man. What you guys been up to, man, for real? Like, I mean, I always open a podcast like that, but, you know, other than Dora, really, and, well, you two, really. See Jesse every week, see Dora every week doing a podcast. Steph, even though we kind of live right down the street from each other now, what you been up to, brother?
Working.
Yeah.
Working, to be honest, that's all I do. I work and I sleep to get ready to go to work.
I heard that.
That's a life.
It's a working man.
Dalton.
And not go crazy still in my house. A year into the dumb shit.
You said not go crazy in the house?
A year into the dumb shit.
Yeah, a year into the dumb shit.
Oh, I see. Dora, what's up with it, bro? Like I said, I know what you've been up to, but maybe not the whole family room audience might not.
Yeah, I've been also working like Steph, but I've been getting back in shape, you know. I got hurt like a year ago, and I'm just trying to get my knee right, so I've been doing like Muay Thai and stuff like that, just, you know, play more hoops, so just be more active, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, I have been working out, man. I've been going to personal training. Been going to the personal trainer, man. She been getting me right, man. Keep my your boy was out of shape, bro. I can't.
Hey, I'm on the same boat, man. I'm just getting my legs back. I was hooping with the young boys again on Orange Bend yesterday, man. I won like 5 games, but it got to the point I didn't want to win no more. I was gassed. I was like, man, I want to lose this game. I'm so tired.
Oh, hell no.
But you don't understand what kind of tired that is, bro. You can't catch a win because the next niggas that you play against are just sat for a minute or two. The games will continue.
And
like,
they're
no
young as the last niggas you put off.
Oh, yeah. They all fresh. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Hey, I be using my veterans timeout. I'm gonna get water.
No, because I know how. I try
you only
to fight
got water
that.
when you lost.
I fight that as much as possible because I know what it was when we was that age. We're like, no, nigga, you ain't about to stop the game and get no water, take no 5-minute water break, bro.
What did them niggas do though?
I feel you.
Them niggas went out there, they looked at us.
They got their water every tool they squad.
Nigga, they looked back at us like, shut up, little nigga, I'm going to get water. Nigga, walked on over there.
Yeah, bro.
Walked back and then started the game though, you know what I mean? Because I ain't never scared though.
My pa, brother, what you been up to, brother?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man. You know, playing this football, having fun doing that work.
Fresher than ever.
Stop.
Fresher than ever.
See the braids?
Fresher than ever.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
He only pulled out 2
Jesse
pairs of shoes.
what's your call for the wood? He said, I'm looking better every day.
You know, that's a goal.
Twice a day, you know what I'm saying? Full-time job or just...
You got the goal hanging out over the collar. What you talking about? You do.
We go hanging out. Also, Mike gonna wait till halftime to change. He gonna pull him out at halftime.
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
What you been up to, man? How's the family? How's the kids?
Oh, they good, man. I was just about to. That's another thing I gotta ask you. I was about to say they good, man. I actually just got him back. I just got Baron back like yesterday.
For real?
Yeah, cause you know we did the Valentine's Day thing. Mm-hmm. Thanks to you and your wife, thanks to Steph and his wife, we was able to get some time away. You know what I'm saying? Just me and the wife. Drop the kids off. You know what I'm saying? Got some time away. But not on that. I was.
Congrats. Sound like you
rewind the tape if you need to.
So y'all mean?
Rewind that tape.
But nah, yeah. So I was supposed to pick Baron up on Monday. And so we going to get in the car to go get him from here in Escondido, go down to Southeast to pick him up. Mm-hmm. And I left the we got the push to start, and I was in there just chilling in the car listening to music, and I left it on. And so we go to the car and it wouldn't start. Mm-hmm. And so Dad pulled up to give us a jump, but like I don't know if it's because it's newer, because it's an Acura, but the negative to the battery was like hard to get to. It was like up under something. Mm-hmm. So we couldn't jump it for like a good hour and a half, and then the tow man pulled up, and of course he had all the stuff to jump it. So we did that, but then still that night it was like, all right. At that point, the babysitter was like, all right, this nigga staying with us tonight. We not finna wait up for you, bro. So yeah, I just picked him up. I just picked him up like the other day, man. Missed my guy. Yeah, man. Got some time away for Valentine's Day. That was dope. That was my first time sleeping kid free, and I don't know how long.
Baron was Gucci at the crib.
Yeah,
he was real Gucci. I mean, he always had fun when he over there just running around jumping shit.
D.
And I was, Amber did heavy lifting. I wasn't there. I was at work that night.
So what you all do for Valentine's Day?
We don't celebrate that like that.
Word? Okay.
Same.
I get her something. I bring her something, and then like we got gifts for each other, but like her gift is coming tomorrow, and my gift like got here yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all don't go nowhere anything like that?
Nah.
We just took it as an opportunity to
get alone.
Yeah, be alone.
It's probably my second or third year do. I just get away from the kids. So even before I had kids, we'd get away from Valentine's Day, like just like a 2 day getaway, maybe 3 days. I don't know. I feel like that shit dope, look.
I mean, you gotta do. I mean, I guess we do it in different ways. Like we go on vacation for like 5 days in Big Bear.
That's the only one. That's the one that we don't celebrate, and if we do, like we'll talk about like, hey, I might actually get you something this year.
Oh yeah, you want to go to dinner? Yeah, like this. Like, hey, you want some shoes? Like yeah,
type stuff. But nah, normally we don't though. It's one of the ones we don't celebrate.
I don't know. I just feel a way. Like me and Bro was talking about this. She was like, she brought up when you was at the house. She was like, who's supposed to be highlighted on Valentine's Day? The both man or the woman?
Both of y'all.
And that's why I said this is the day of love, right? This is the day of love, right? So both of us equally.
Because if it was for the girls, it'd be Mother's Day.
It should, but it just sucks that it isn't.
But every girlfriend ain't a mother. Every wife ain't a mother. True. And that was her argument. But that's what I told her. I'm talking if this is the day of love.
Yeah.
Look, we getting together. I plan this whole day. Let's say I'm one of them dudes, because I'm not. Let's say I'm one of them dudes. I plan this whole thing out for you, and then we go and enjoy it. Ain't nothing happened for me. I planned this whole shit. Yeah. So we just went out because you wanted to on the day of love. And there wasn't no extra love shown, you know what I'm saying? We may or may not have had sex this night either way, no matter what day of the week it was.
Advocate. Do you don't take like joy in making your girl happy? Or
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Okay, then so like you can't use that day as just another opportunity to go a little bit harder for that. Just playing devil's advocate here.
I feel like
I could, but that's not Valentine's Day. It's the day of love, right? Mm-hmm. Why ain't feeling the extra love?
That's why I think it should go. That's why I was just about to say. That's why I think it should go back and forth.
That's what I'm saying. I don't celebrate that holiday like that. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she's chill. She's not tripping on that shit. Mm-hmm. But we was talking about it. This is the day of love. Yeah. And we're both going that little extra to show our love.
Yeah, facts.
Both of us should.
I mean, when you think about the way Valentine's Day is sold, it's always like everywhere you look on TV shows, at the movie theaters, at the stores. It's all about just pink everything. It's all catered to women, so it's not like I feel like they almost damn near brainwashed. You just want something for themselves. All they see.
I think they use those colors for eye catches.
Yeah, they be catching it.
You know how hard
you don't see shit from them. Like, got 20% on shaving.
Well, that's what the red could be.
You know how hard it is to get down on one knee. I've done the biggest gesture of love you could do.
That was hard for you?
No, I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're nervous.
How much I have to love you to get to the point to where I'm going to end. Like that's stressful. I knew she was gonna say yeah, and I was still sweating. I knew she was gonna say yeah. This was I didn't. One, I'm not proposing. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's just I'm not doing it. I'm not setting myself up like that, playing myself. right?
No, fact.
So I knew she was gonna say yeah, but still, to get all your friends around, to get a ring, to profess what I'm about to do in front of all these people.
It's the build-up, right?
I've done the biggest gesture of love you can do. And on Valentine's Day, I'm supposed to highlight you too. I'm not saying that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's the day of love.
But once again,
This
every year.
ain't, this the day of love. Where's my love?
I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast the other day, and they said that there's like a male version of Valentine's Day. It's like in October or something like that. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, he said October.
Yeah. He said
August or some shit.
Yeah, it's like a week before. It's a week before Halloween.
Well, nobody knows about it.
Yeah,
I don't ever
that's
feel the
what
love
I'm
on that
saying,
day
bro.
either.
We got one day.
I don't feel the love on that day either. So
I don't know how official it is or how long it's been around, but they said February 13th is supposed to be Black Love Day.
When that start?
That's what I'm saying. I don't
Black
know.
Love Day?
I don't know.
Interesting. I don't have to celebrate 2 days in a row.
I was about to say.
I don't know, man.
Then what I'm supposed to do?
She can celebrate you 2 days in a row.
That's why I think it's good to go, man. And Dora and I talked about this on the dad pod. That's why I think it's good to go back and forth. Cause like I remember when Keisha and I first started dating, our first Valentine's Day, she was like, "We gonna do anything for Valentine's Day?" And I was like, "I mean, we could, but I mean, it's there for you. Like it's a girl's holiday. Like that's for you." So she went hard. Like she booked the hotel, like bought me these shoes I have been wanting to buy. You know what I'm saying? Like she went like super hard.
Nice.
And then so like we decided like every Valentine's Day we just go back and forth. Like she went hard that one, the next one's on me, and then every year we we just go back and forth.
That's real dope.
That's fire.
And I think that's what that holiday should be for. Something like that.
I'm not a romantic.
Because it should just be about love. You know what I'm saying?
How you guys go about celebrating is on you guys.
How romantic are y'all? I'm not romantic at all, bro. And I know that.
I'm above average.
And see, I think about this. I mean, I don't know because I'm married, just because I'm always thinking about how I am now and how I used to be. I used to feel like I was super romantic, but I guarantee if you ask Keisha, she'd be like, "Nah, this nigga's not romantic like that."
I'm not romantic at all.
What makes you romantic, bro?
Well,
above average.
Romantic nigga wax?
Well, it started.
or somebody who wants to know.
Jesse's definitely romantic. We know.
I want to know if I should classify myself. Y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all why y'all not afterwards.
For me, it's like I started off like really unromantic. So here's the backstory to this. I was totally unromantic, and I feel like I kept just like messing up over and over again. And then from like all the failures, I learned what she really liked, and I just kept being able to take that and just keep doing stuff with it. So I like surprise her with like a hotel or something like that, or surprise her with a gift for random.
And then you still constantly do all those things?
Not all the time, but I do my fair share and just to make sure.
Like you'll just come home with some flowers on some random.
Every once in a while, and I really go hard on the holidays too, though. Like I really go hard.
You don't. Man.
My girl's birthday's on Christmas, and so it's like I gotta get her the gift on Christmas and for her birthday. You know what I'm saying? And then right after that, Valentine's Day. So I don't want to say I spent a lot, but you know what I'm saying?
So
I put money work in.
But money ain't romance though.
No, it ain't.
I'm not a romantic nigga.
It ain't. But I also do the writing too. Like I'll write her some stuff like that. Like I used to write her.
That's what
I haven't done it this year, but like usually I write her like a card and everything too. Like something different every single year. Sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the blueprint.
What about you, Mix?
Nah, man, I'm not romantic.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
No, man. But I feel the same way how a lot of you feel too. Like I feel like it's for both. You know what I mean? Like, is it supposed to be just for one person? So usually what we do is, you know what I mean? I usually buy flowers or whatever, and we usually get a room or go somewhere and have like a nice little dinner or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely split. You know what I mean?
So you like getting pampered too, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I hella
For
like
sure.
that shit. Like yo, she just randomly do shit for me. Come home and she got some new shorts and some shit like that. I'm like, yo, I feel great.
See, I gotta do better at that kind of stuff because my stuff is like, this is terrible. I've literally said this to Bert. She's like, you're not romantic. I'm like, you feel safe, right?
I'm talking to caveman.
I'm like, yo, you're safe everywhere you go.
You have shelter.
What are you talking about? You don't have to worry about nothing. If anything pops up, I'll tell you exactly what to do. Then you're gonna do it.
This nigga's stupid.
Like, what?
I mean, security is a big thing though.
It is, and a big thing for women in general.
They're different though.
Yeah, that's very different. That's why I'm confused
that
But
like?
that's why I say I'm not a romantic.
Is that a gift though?
That's like your coach. That's like your coach say, bro, you never box out. You be like, bro, I get a lot of steals though. You're like, but bro, we're not talking about your steals. I need you to get a rebound. Like,
That helps with the steal. Like, yeah,
I need you to box out and get a
on
board.
somebody, but I'm wet though.
That James Harden. Guard somebody, but I can score.
So you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. I either get the rebound or I make this three.
I say I've gotten better over the years, but that stuff just like, bro. If it wasn't I'll put it like this. In the last 2 years, I've probably come home with flowers or just something like that.
When was the last time you came home with flowers, Dora?
4 times.
shit. For sure, Christmas just because it's right around the corner.
Christmas, how many months?
And that was like 3 months ago. So, yeah, about that. So I didn't do it this year. I usually do it for Valentine's Day, but for some reason I didn't get around to it. I got a bunch of bullshit, so it didn't really matter. She didn't care. So.
No.
I got away with one, fellas.
I got away with one. Yeah.
I mean, I got her a Valentine's Day gift.
And I just proposed to it on December. So I'm on a clip for a little.
Oh, you are for at least a year now.
So I came to my house and we was talking about that, like that after you propose, that glow, that like you can do no wrong, even if you do like the shit she hate that you do all the time, you can do that shit. It's good.
It's like
it's good for a couple months.
For how long?
5 months.
I got at least half a year. That's what
okay, we were around the same time, 5, 6 months.
Especially how you set it up too. Like I put the little candlelight, what my sister did, and I did all the little special things. We got pictures, all that stuff up, lights and stuff. Like it was like really romantic the way it was set up. So I definitely get more.
I got a whole year.
A whole year.
He said a whole year.
What?
Yeah,
that's love.
Nigga proposed at the castle in Disney World.
Oh damn! Yeah, you shut the whole shit down.
So on that Family Matters.
Walt Disney.
Remember that episode of Family Matters?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah, you winning. Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get a year off of that.
Man, you get extra turnovers and everything. You got 30 points.
See, mine wasn't even a grand gesture like that. Like proposed at the crib with all her friends there. That we went out and got faded.
Hey, that shit was fun though. I ain't gonna hold you.
That wasn't fun.
She was definitely secure, right?
And she had no idea what was going on.
I said, what about you, bro? You the only other nigga that up here that proposed. I haven't.
See, everything went real fast for me. I think I was only engaged for like 3 months. But we was still on like in there like that honeymoon phase, like on cloud 9 for like a good like damn near till we had Baron, really.
Dang, that's cool.
That was some great advice you gave me on stay in the honeymoon phase as long as you can. I stretch that motherfucker. We like, there's been some bumps in the road, but I say we still in the honeymoon phase. Like, she be getting mad at me, but she don't really be mad at me. She be mad at some stupid shit.
She get mad. Actually, look at her hand like, damn. I guess he did give me something.
That's something, bro.
Like, oh, shit, all right.
Bro. And then when she get compliments about it out in public, bro, man, that buy you some time too. Like somebody complimented Bird's ring out in public, bro. She was.
I feel like other women
extra loving your boy for me. Off of that shit, it was like clean.
Like I'm the cool guy.
It was worth the note.
It was the opposite for me because when we got engaged, Keisha was working at the hair supply store in Escondido, and like just like coincidentally, like her boss or like her manager and like 2 or 3 of her coworkers, they were all engaged already when we got engaged, and we were already telling people that we were engaged before I actually like proposed and gave her the ring. And so like her homegirls like or her coworkers that knew she was engaged and didn't have a ring, they'd be like cracking like little jokes, like just like little like slick shit, you know what I'm saying? Like oh she don't even got a ring and like all this little shit like that. So it was like, and I remember like I went to like a little Christmas party with her and one of them said something and I remember like I looked at her and I looked at Keisha and she just looked at me and was like, Charles, don't be like man, like jump on me all out my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play like that.
Somebody tell this.
Yeah, man. Like,
shut her mouth.
She don't fall back.
Yeah. But even still, we didn't go hard. We didn't go hard with our first rings. We didn't go hard with our first rings. You know, my wife is coupons and find the deal and everything. She was like, we're not finna go crazy and get something that we can't afford. Like we gonna get something nice, but we gonna get something that we can afford right now. Shit.
I think
she's upgraded her ring since though.
I upgraded mine before Bird.
And me, I just lost wedding ring.
Just what?
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, I
then I'm gonna have to talk about mine.
I lost my ring, bro.
I lost mine.
I lost my ring.
Both of y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I lost mine at work though. I mean, not though, but.
But I took it off and like forgot or something?
Yeah, the type of work I was doing, I wore mine the night before, like a Sunday night, and I went to work Monday morning, and there's a different type of ring that I wear. It's not my one with the stones in it. And I looked down, and I saw it in there, and I took it off, put it in my pocket. By the end of my shift, it wasn't in my pocket no more.
Damn. Wifey, man.
I mean,
It's more disappointing.
yeah. She, I wouldn't say mad, but she was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like walked. She looked at hers like, damn, and walked away. Like, damn,
But you know
them.
me with my forgetful ass. When I told wife, she was like,
She's like, look, what I'm gonna
Yo, man,
get back.
she was like, I was pretty sure you was gonna lose it. Like,
My wife knows that I don't like wearing that type of stuff at work.
So what's like ring etiquette? You have to wear it at all times? Like, how does that work?
you should.
You supposed to wear it all the time?
Yeah, you're married all the time.
Yeah.
And you can't just say,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Oh.
wear mine all the time though.
Okay,
If you
I'll
gotta-
put it like
I
this.
barely wear mine.
I'm not active in my ring, but I have a ring I put on for being active. I have a silicone
Yeah,
ring
I have. Yeah.
that I put on.
Okay.
When I first got married, if I like forgot, cause I would like take my ring off to like put lotion on or something. Yeah, niggas know me, I'm forgetful. Like when both of us, like we'd forget to wear our ring and be like, damn man, I'm whack. Like I forgot to wear my ring. Now I'm to the point where like if I forget, like both of us, like damn, I forgot my shot. Whatever.
I tell wife, I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn.
Like
you single,
everybody
bro.
knows I'm married.
Like you single out here. Nah, I tell Bert she's single out here. I said, where that ring at? Oh, I got money. Where the ring at? You know where it's at, right?
Yeah.
Got it off. Why you got it off? Who was over here? What you talking about? I got the ring off. Put the ring on. I was doing the dishes. Okay? You're not doing it right now. Nah, cause I worry she'll lose that motherfucker, bro. She can't lose it. I wouldn't be calm. I wouldn't be calm, bro.
Yeah, my girl don't take her ring off at all. She
I
really
thought
does that shit
she
on.
lost it. She thought she lost it. We're looking all over the house, and I'm like, I'm looking for it just hot. She's like, you okay? No. Find the ring. Find the ring, bro. It's in the house, right? Like, I'm going hard, bro. No, still paying for it actually. So, so you can't even lose it yet.
Yeah, see,
It's not even mine.
That's a different subject. Right
Yours.
There. That's a different subject right there.
It's not even like, let's own this thing fully first.
It was a shock that I lost mine, but then after that, it was like I'm not about to keep wearing these and losing them. You know what I mean? So it's not my thing right now. I don't know.
I think if I lost mine,
I fidget with it too much.
Yeah.
Though. Like I don't know. I'm a touchy person, so like I'll be just messing with
you
it,
like
playing with
take it off, sit it down, pick it up. Yeah, I don't.
What you mean you touchy?
Like, I mean,
You trying to spin his ring all the time?
no, like
I mean,
I don't know. Like I gotta have something in my hand.
over there, nigga. Your name ain't mixed.
Like I take my shit out of my hand, on my finger.
I'm always touching stuff. Like if you really look at the pod, I'm always like touching and playing with my. Like I just like touching things.
Speaking of getting touched, y'all think Meek Mill should have touched Tekashi? Should have put hands on him?
no, I should let that alone, man.
I think Meek Mill is silly.
That was kind of corny.
Hell no.
Meek Mill is silly for engaging in this fool's antics.
Yeah, that was.
Both y'all got your phone out, yelling at each other.
I agree.
You look like a clown.
It could be
What was
planned.
wild is none of the security guards doing anything. They seem like
Tekashi
it was
Tekashi planned it for sure.
It could be planned.
Tekashi's
it
yelling at
seems
the
like
nigga with a
Meek
phone, with
could be
an
lying.
iPhone Plus in his hand. Bro, fam, the phone's like this big.
You would think the security guards grabbed both of them and just pushed them apart, but they just like stood around like bystanders
Like-
there. Like it was like nothing. Like,
From my point of view, like Meek Mill, he raps too much about being in the same circles as Jay-Z and all these billionaires and stuff like that. Like you can't be in altercations with guys like Tekashi and DJ Academics.
Facts.
You can't like
Facts on
and
facts.
you doing all this talking about like the street guys that have elevated to a certain. You would never imagine R.I.P. You would never imagine Nipsey in a confrontation with Academics or Tekashi, Jay-Z or T.I. or like Jeezy
funny
or
as
any
fuck
of the
when you
street
stop the
dudes
security guard.
that are like have a certain level of respect attached to their name. You would never see them engage in something like
Or
that.
you just get to a certain level to where, how do you even get here? Who's this guy? Hey, get this guy out of here.
Why are you talking?
And then they take him away, and there's no questions asked.
He's trying to clout chase.
That's what it's like. Well, you know what he's doing.
Yeah, nah.
You know what he's doing. Don't engage him. Don't engage
No
him.
respect.
Like, you're Meek, bro. Somebody get this guy out of here.
Speaking about Meek, hey yo, y'all hear his Kobe line? That rap, he hear a bar about Kobe. Y'all ain't hear that?
No, you shit on me.
I'm gonna pull this out, bro.
I was about to say
Oh, yeah, keep talking. I'm about to pull the
I was
Kobe
gonna
line.
say, I mean, I feel you. I just feel like, man, like you can't stop what you like to do because of someone else, bro. So I understand the part where he shouldn't have went to the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that was dumb on his part. But if I want to leave, bro, and I've been saying I want to leave for like an hour and a half, bro, like I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like he can be out there doing this dumb shit like he likes to do, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That rat shit. You know what I mean? But bro, like I wouldn't have engaged in it. You know what I mean? I would have just got in my whip. You know what I mean? Make sure all my peoples were safe. You know what I'm saying? And we would have pushed. You know
Well,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
the thing.
But if he's sitting in the parking lot and trying to engage in something with me and doing this, you know what I mean, for his dumb shit, like, you can't blame me for that. You know what I'm
the
saying?
video-
And I'm not sure what happened leading up to that point. I'm not sure how long Meek was in the spot he was in. He was like, bro, I'm not waiting anymore.
Bro, you're too big to do that though.
No, in
Yeah.
the video, it looks like Meek Mill is doing the same thing Tekashi's doing. They both trolling,
Yeah.
yelling on their phones with the camera pointed at the situation, trying to make it look like something it's not. Moving around fast, like people aren't getting shoved around. You niggas are surrounded by security. Nobody's gonna touch a damn person. Why is all this yelling and commotion going on?
You know what?
What are you doing?
With everything,
so
like
weak.
everything Meek's done
That's
in
just
like
so
totality, when you look at everything, to me, he looks like
He's
the
too
guy
big.
who was like with
You gotta say
the.
that louder.
Pause.
Thank you.
He looks like the guy who was like with everyone. Like he was just around because he had heart. Like everybody knew, like this nigga not really finna do nothing. That's how he's starting to look more and more to me.
Yeah.
Like for all that,
Not facts.
all of that tough guy, street guy type, and I believe it.
To an extent.
But he to me, he's starting to Meek.
Yeah.
It's starting to look like the guy that was like, that nigga hard. Like, but that's it. Like, niggas that niggas don't think he tough. Like he not finna do nothing. Like that's how it seemed to me.
I just think he's in a spot to where everything's about the look. I think he's that guy. He's one of them dudes that like I just get that feeling like
He might have a song dropping soon. Watch out.
I believe it. You know what I'm saying? But
That's what he did with Drake.
I think he's just everything's for the look. If he can get some pub, if he can get some promo on it, he look like he feels like he's chasing Jay and them niggas, like the stats that they're on, and everything's a look. And if he could get some clicks, if he could do it like not like this, not with this guy, bro. Don't get money with, don't fuck with, don't talk to this nigga, man. Like it's just come on, bro.
Yo.
Come on, bro.
So on topic of Meek, so this lyric he said, right, it was from a snippet featuring him and Lil Baby. He said, and I quote, "If I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'd be another Kobe."
That's disrespectful. That's a disrespectful lyric, bro.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling that at all.
That's not no.
He's receiving a lot of backlash right
No,
now,
appreciate
apparently, from social media and whatnot.
Nah.
But that's a whack bar, bro. There's no need for that. It's too soon for all that.
Nah, I'm not
That's
rolling.
not cool, bro.
Damn, you deleted Meek off my phone for a second.
And it's not even.
Alright,
The thing, it's not even. It's not
R.I.P.
even
to the
like
GOAT.
super dope like that.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say.
It's
I
not
slap
clever.
that nigga Meek.
It's not clever. It's not clever at all.
That nigga Meek weak.
Now with all that security he got,
And that's why he got him, because he know he weak.
nah, he got security because he's a target, man.
That's what he wants you to believe.
He a rapper.
Tekashi,
Target.
nah, man.
Y'all see Rush Limbaugh died? You know who that is?
Yeah.
I know Rush.
Republican, I know Rush showman, representative.
Fuck all the niggas, man. Fuck all the politicians, bro.
Not that niggas need to care about it, but I only brought that up to ask this question. Is it ever okay to delight in someone's death?
When you're watching a TV show.
Even then, it's kind of.
It's fucking real life.
No.
It depends what they did, honestly. Like if
I'm
you,
not gonna
if
lie to that.
let's say they kill like a couple of your family members, I probably would be like, yo, I'm glad he died. That's the only way it happened. Like if you kill like the people that I really really love, other than that, I'm never gonna go that way. Like even if we are enemies.
No, it's a
family thing.
I have a question.
Rolling.
Has anybody here watched Your Honor?
No.
I've heard of it.
No,
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Oh, no.
You know,
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say that. Only one of you niggas watch that shit.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing. Like this guy, you know what I mean? Spoiler alert, but this guy, his son hits another kid, kills him, runs away, and he's a judge and he's trying to get it. You know what I mean?
his
squashed.
dad's a judge trying to get him off, breaking the law, doing all kind of shit.
So it's like, bro, like if someone killed someone that I love, yes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, yes, I'll probably speak really ill of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But would you delight in their death though?
Yes, I would. If that's the question, yeah, I would.
Yeah, would you be happy?
That's the only case.
Yeah.
That's
the rejoice.
Yeah, that's the only case.
Bro, yeah.
I'd be like, yes, I feel good about this.
I think a part of you feels like, okay, they lost their life. They took somebody from you and now they're gone. I think it's different to delight in it. I think it's different than the delight in it. I think that people like let's say somebody like kills your family member, they get convicted, and you watch them go die, like you watch them be lethally injected. I think people go and watch that to get that closure, to know that person that took them from them is gone. I don't think a lot of them people breaking down, crying in there, watching that is delighting in that.
I mean, you never.
I don't think they're delighting in it. They're like, oh my God,
Here's the
yes, start it.
It's not.
They're like,
It's not. It's not that type of development.
I thought the question was to you.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, to me, there's certain times where you should be and you shouldn't be. Bro, if you take someone that I love and that's how you end up dying, then nigga, I'm gonna be happy that you're dead.
Especially if you did some fucked up shit, like you out here.
You go out.
You feel me?
You can go out of old age. That day that you die, I'm happy that you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's not like I'm not out here going partying or anything like that. It's like, you know what?
Nah.
It's more of a like.
It's
It's never gonna fill the void, but it's gonna be like, you know what?
I'm
Okay,
the one trying
we got something here a little bit back. We got a little bit back. Like it's not gonna be like I'm 100% happy with it still.
So Carol Baskin's first husband's kids. Carol Baskin died. Them kids allowed to be happy about that?
I mean, they're allowed to do whatever
Well,
they want. I wouldn't even delight in somebody's
If they ever got proof that she killed their daddy for real.
She killed that nigga, bro.
Going off that, yeah,
That's
go
how
ahead.
sick.
But I mean, how you?
Those type of cases.
situation.
Yeah.
That's tricky.
I'm throwing a fucking party.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen
if I truly felt like you did, and you got away with it, bro, like.
You ain't seen The Lion King? I mean, not The Lion King, The Tiger King?
Yeah, that makes you fuck.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Tiger King.
The dad dies in both movies, by the way.
Hey, Dorman on that. On the dad pod, right? I tell him this dope story about this sermon my dad gave, right? A Christmas sermon about like how Mary's husband Joseph was like his wife got pregnant and he knew he didn't do it because she was a virgin still, and this whole thing, this dope story about how he just divorced her silently, right? At the end, I get done telling the story, Dor go, so Jesus didn't have a dad neither, is what you're telling me? I'm like, that's what you got.
It was a good summary though, you know what I'm saying?
Summaries
Which is
are
more
important.
Moral of the story is, yeah.
Nah, Tiger King is solid though, man. It's a trip. Though. I don't know if you would like it, Jesse. I don't think you would like watching it. It's a trip.
It's the trip.
Yeah.
I'll put it like this. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, "This some white people shit, bro." But it's just so intriguing to see all these white people
Some
walling out.
hillbilly
They call
blood.
it the Tiger King, bro. Has a whole zoo. If he's taking care of these, he might be broke because all his money's going here.
Yeah.
But he has
Not broke.
a zoo full of tigers.
He's
not bread.
You know the food that like the grocery stores throw away? They would
Yeah.
they would take it to him. He would feed it to the animals and to the people they work with that stayed on
The property.
the property.
You gotta see it, Trey. You gotta see it, Trey.
I can't leave all that
Motherfuckers foul.
One of his workers.
His relationship
No,
alone.
no.
He got even.
They love him for it.
Yeah.
They love
He's
him.
taking you off the street, Jesse.
He pulled up on a lady at a bus stop. She
Jesse.
didn't know where she was going. Was like, you want a job?
Jesse, this nigga pulled
Meth
out
heads,
some
drums,
expired
all that.
bologna.
Oh, well,
So
see, that's different though. Then he's a savior.
Jesse, he put out some expired bologna and was happy about it.
People that ain't eating,
And
they
was
got
happy about it.
I mean,
One of his workers' arms got bit off. This nigga went through on a safety jacket, walked in there and was like,
I'm ready to work.
Park's closed today. I want your money back.
had you about to get the arm ripped off, get your money back, or whatever you want to do. I forget exactly what he said.
He said, you come back another day.
Yeah, there you go,
Your
there
money
you go,
back.
there you go.
But you gotta go.
I'm gonna get this shotty real quick.
And they in like big ass dog cages. Like these tires is like some. I would have been in that bitch. I'm looking at this place like I am not walking around here. It look like this tire could knock this little enclosure
What you call it?
down.
Carol Baskin's more of a trip though too, because her whole story's wild. Like the lady that he got beef with, she's a trip. She might have stole money from her husband, killed dude. It's like a movie. Like
Her second husband winning. He
damn.
basically got a sugar mama. Oh,
Second
my
husband
nigga.
was a chain.
My nigga, this is kind of an embarrassing story. But I'm going to tell it anyway.
Sugar mama?
Fam.
oh Lord,
Breaking news.
Fam.
I'll give
run tell that.
This dude, this old white man, sent me a DM asking if I want to be his sugar boy.
What'd you say?
What the nigga? What you think I said?
I would have asked, what does that entail?
I don't believe that message. You ain't even worthy for a text back or an email.
I'll be like, bro, what does that entail?
I'm flagging this account.
I gotta go golf with you. What does that entail, G?
I'm flagging your account, man.
I'm trying to wait for Triz to get back so I can. But anyway.
Oh my God.
So look, bro.
That is crazy.
I told the story on the podcast before of how when I first put the when my camera got stolen, I put the GoFundMe link in my page, right? And like 2 random accounts, like it was like these old white couples saying like they got all this money and they just want to bless people. Send this money to their Cash App, and then they'll send you as much money as you need, right? And I'm like, why would I need to send you money for you to send me money? That doesn't make any sense, right? So it's obviously a scam, right? And so this DM, I'm thinking it's the same thing. And again, I've told stories on the podcast before, like these like Jamaican or like whatever type scammers. I've sat on the phone with these niggas just since I didn't have nothing else to do and just talking to them just since I had nothing else to do, right? So I have a history of engaging with these scammers just because, right? Just because I ain't got nothing better to do with my time, right? Bro. He said something about, are you looking to be blessed or something like that, right? I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, yeah, this thing say something about I got all this money, something blah blah blah. I'll give you this, that, and the third.
He wasn't in the detail.
You can be my sugar boy. I was like, I have no interest in being anybody's sugar boy.
I would tell that nigga I got guns for shit. I got heat for niggas like you. Ain't no way in the world.
Gosh, bro.
Ain't no way in the world.
That's why I was like, see, nigga, you think you fresh, you need to stop trying to be so fresh.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way in the world.
I'd have asked him, what does that entail? I'll be your golf buddy, bro.
I'll
be your golf buddy.
That's what that sounds like to you.
I'll be your golf buddy for a small
I'm
fee.
good. I don't even want to
I'll be your golf buddy for a small fee.
Yo,
That
That
can
shit
be
is
interpreted as anything.
I
And
can
He
these
said
days-
sugar,
I
baby.
could do
these
that.
days-
And that's what I'm saying. What are you gonna do when he introduce you like that?
What is my sugar boy? No, when he comes
my
at
sugar boy.
No, he ain't gonna introduce you like that.
See if I still got
He ain't gonna
this
introduce you like that. What you gonna do to him when he present the sugar to you?
message. I still got this message.
That's what.
The bread?
You can think his bread is sweet if you want to.
He gonna expect more than that.
You walk in the
Come
locker
on
room,
now.
you think about the golf, and this
Come
nigga
on now.
standing in his chonies, nigga.
Come on, nigga. Talk about we just hit the showers, right?
What's going on,
So
bro?
you can be my caddy.
Put some
nigga.
damn
And
fucking-
that'll be the day.
That nigga take you on his personal golf course, nigga. Fuck out of here.
I say got you paying your sticks
Fuck out of here.
Give you a hole in one.
I see water.
Go get him a whole
Nigga, I'm gonna give you these 15 shells, nigga. Fuck out of here.
This nigga Jesse
He said, go hit the back nine.
Like, damn, you remember the sweetness?
Show you a different type of iron pot.
No, I'm cool, bro.
So you
Cut and paste.
want to go to Aspen?
I just deleted it. I wish
Tell
I
me
still
right
had
now
it.
y'all wouldn't take a sugar mama.
Tell
me right now.
Wait.
That
Sugar
is
mama?
different than what
Tell me
we
y'all
talking
wouldn't take a
about.
sugar mama right now.
If I was single, yes, easily, every single time.
Single?
Yeah.
I'd tell my wife.
I tell my wife.
Your wife.
Nah, my wife not having it.
What?
I'm losing that battle every time.
My wife go for that.
I'm gonna tell my sugar mama I got a +1.
Unless it's Oprah paying
What
me
you talking
billions,
about?
we ain't doing it. She ain't doing it. Even Oprah, she probably like, I don't know.
Even.
It's gotta be millions. You're talking about life-changing money here. That's the only way she might think about it.
Nigga.
Short term.
Of course, it better be life-changing money.
Yeah,
You
I'll be happily fake married to Oprah for like 5, 10.
Jesse
10
talking
what?
about shooting niggas.
Yeah, my bad.
Nah, I'm not tripping.
Oh, more than a wax.
I'm not even gonna lie, I was just using that as a segue to this other thing I want to talk about. Y'all see the dude pull a fully automatic weapon on a nigga stealing his Amazon box?
Yes, pops, grandpops, yeah.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen
No, I
it?
didn't see it.
So you
my
know how
shit
niggas
down.
be doing that as they be going stealing around Amazon packages.
Right.
Bro, you see the car pull up, stop, him get out, he walking over there, hands in his pocket, cooling, and he go, and you can hear him say, "Oh hell yeah, that's the package." Nigga pick it up, turn around, take like 10 steps, mobbing. You hear grandpa come out, oh hell nah. You see him cocky and shit. Hey motherfucker, put my fucking and he holding that bit like Isaac. He's slow, like that shit kind of
gotta wait to
swinging.
get it up.
Yeah,
It's one of the things that you need two hands on, bro.
everything down. He
Nigga,
just
like, his whole
squeeze it.
body to get this shit up.
He
Put the
just
box
squeeze it.
down. Nigga, it's not
I'm
working.
taking you in the box out, boy. You don't put that shit.
He about to shoot this little heartbeat monitor up, nigga.
That box and you're gone.
It's like for
You
them.
and
One of
that
us
Apple
put his
Watch
box.
about to be gone.
Shit ain't no Apple Watch. Hey, that shit was a
Everything for that
respiratory
holds
shit.
it.
Oh, man.
Hey, but that nigga was like, hey, chill out, grandpa, don't shoot. He said, hey, chill
You
out,
know what's
grandpa.
funny, bro? I've always thought about that. Like, I've been around when guns have been pulled. I've been around when guns have been shot. Nobody's ever put a gun in my face.
Oh, man.
And I'll be like, how am I gonna act? Am I gonna be as cool as I think I am? Cause I'm like, bro, you can't break down and cry. Now you're not thinking. You can't just be boo-hooing.
I got a
Like,
story.
but
about
if a
that.
nigga pull a gun in my face, I might be like, bro, you got it.
Do cops get it?
Bro.
Hey, a road rage nigga had pulled a gun on me and my wife, nigga, leaving on the freeway. We was driving.
Hell.
I guess I cut this nigga off or did something to him, but I noticed his car was following us. And you know what I mean? I was like, hey, babe, this car's following us. Like, so what I need you to do is just like roll your seat, like put your seat down, like lay down, and I'm gonna just get gone. But I'm gonna see what they doing. I'm gonna slow down first, cause I'm in the fast lane. And this nigga gets to the side, and like before she gets her seat all the way down, pulls a cannon out and just points it at us. Nigga, I look, see what it is, and I try to get gone before Tyne sees it. My nigga, I get gone, get loose, get jiggy on this nigga. As soon as we stop, she looks at me, she said, was that a gun? And I was like,
Nope.
nigga, she asked me the question, so as soon as she got them asking it, she just started crying. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, bro.
That I was just like, damn, I just didn't want her to ever,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, see that type or be around that type of shit.
Yeah. Cause in the
Especially
moment, I
me.
want to think that I'm gonna have my mind on what I gotta do to get me and mine out of here. I just don't know, bro.
You just got, I mean, your
Like,
heart,
this
it's
shit is-
adrenaline. Your heart gonna start pumping.
Yeah.
You just gotta calm it down and
Oh,
stick to
I'm
what you
definitely not a
know.
fight nigga.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a fight nigga.
I'm
I'm definitely
shit.
a fight nigga. I'm definitely not a fight nigga.
Yeah, you gonna see. Because I didn't have my hammer on me, so I had to get jiggy on the whip. Nigga, you should have seen
No, in the
that.
car, I'm getting out of there.
Man, I couldn't have pressed that motherfucker so fast, nigga. I was at my, I didn't go to my mama's house, but I was close, nigga. I ain't gonna say where I was at, but nigga,
Is there such thing? Because I mean,
I was gone. That shit was wild.
is there
boy.
anybody
Wild.
that's, are most people like always fight or always flight, or some people kind
Almost
of?
always. It's almost
No, I
always
think you
one.
grow out of it. Is that what you're asking?
I think most people on a flight, this is more of a flight thing for me.
No, but I'm saying whatever it is, do you think more people have a little bit of both in them, or more people are one or the other?
I think it's one or the other. Like, I think it's like if I had to guess at a percentage, I think it'd be like more people would like if they had some kind of crazy gun situation. Most people are taking off. Like that's a flight.
That's different though. Nigga, the smarter situation is to run this.
Or like let's say even like in a
if you don't have a gun, nigga,
and that's why I'm asking.
I mean, smart in those type of situations plays a bigger factor.
What about just like a regular fight?
It's what you're more prone to. Random ass situation, you have the option to fight or fly. What would you pick more?
Okay, let's say it's not.
I think more people are flight.
Yeah,
no,
let's say it's not a gun.
We gotta narrow the situation down.
Let's
What
say it's not
a one-on-one situation.
Yeah, let's say it's no gun involved.
So no gun, hand-on-hand combat.
Most people are not. They're not with the shit. They gonna.
Most people are still flight.
Most people are still flight. I 100% agree with Steph.
Yeah, most people are still flight.
And he's saying more than 50%.
I'm definitely.
That's what the number you're asking, right?
I think more so fight or flight. Cause I mean, I guess that's logical there too. But I think fight or flight more so kicks in when it's something that's like a really, really big threat. A hand-to-hand fight is not really.
What? For some people, run from that?
For some people,
that's fight or flight.
I mean, but that's to this group. That's to this.
And that's what I'm saying. This is to this. I'm talking about
like yes. Like nigga, they ain't finna kill you. You can fight all day.
Yeah, but most people ain't running from a fight. They running from embarrassment of a fight.
Exactly. They running from the fear of being out the pain.
And I'm looking at it like this because my mind immediately went to Jesse's situation, and we all know Jesse's a gun owner. I'm thinking fight or flight is, or correct me if I'm wrong, and I probably am. Fight or flight is, or I'm asking, if you got your gun in the car, are you finna pull your gun and we finna see what's up? Or if you got your gun in the car, are you still peeling off?
If they have a gun, nigga, I'm drawing my gun.
If your wife's not with you, or you're not sitting in the seat of your car.
Nigga, my wife could be with me, nigga. If somebody pulls out a gun and points it at me, nigga, I'm drawing my shit 999 times out of 9, nigga. I'm not, nigga, no. Fuck out of here, nigga. You're not putting no hammer on me and I'm not squeezing.
No. I 100%.
Because if I don't, nigga, would I look like getting shot with my eyes wide?
No, but that's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying.
That's
Same
a bad way to go out and get shot.
Same exact situation. Time's not with you. I think you still speed off. But your inclination is to pull your gun because you have to reach back or do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said earlier, the safest thing is to run.
I'm gonna speed off because, like you said, I thought about it. My wife with me. I gotta get her safe.
You don't want to get no shootout.
No, I gotta get her safe. That's your first and foremost. Yeah. Because I can't, no matter what's going on, nigga, everybody gotta be dead if my wife get hit. Nigga, I'm gonna be, I don't care what's going on.
They gotta start events, they already pulled the gun out on you, so you gotta go and grab your gun. It's not like most people ain't got it next to their seatbelt and just pull it out.
I mean,
don't incriminate yourself.
No, I'm saying if you're carrying one.
Hypothetically speaking.
We live in California.
It's in the box. The clip is separate. Yeah, all that. Exactly.
It's stored.
How it's supposed to be.
A lot of work goes into it.
Yeah, I would have to get out of my car to get to the trunk to go shoot this.
Let me speed off. Yeah, you lucky my shit in the trunk legally.
Which doesn't make sense, but that's what I would do because I'm legal with mine.
My theory on that, I feel 60% are gonna run.
Oh shit, I think it's higher than that.
But what does fight or flight mean? Does fight or flight mean no?
What's your prone to?
But does it mean regardless of the situation?
Yes.
Regardless of the situation, what's
your fear level? I feel your fear. How hard?
Well, how does that fear translate?
When your heart gets beaten and that adrenaline kicks in from what? There's different types of adrenaline. There's sports, fear, and excitement. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like. If it ain't sports and it's coming from fear, your heart pumping like that, nigga, your hands gonna get antsy, your feet gonna get that, you know what I mean, that feeling in the middle of your arches go start to rise, and nigga, you either gonna wanna fight or you gotta run and get escape because you scared like it's really gonna hurt, it's really gonna be damaging, life threatening. That's why I learned totality of circumstances. That's the biggest thing I learned. When something's going down, I'm surveying the scene. To be like, okay, what are my odds right now of winning this battle, no matter what it is, and how many people do I have to protect and get out of here?
You've been trained though. That's where you're.
But that's what I'm saying.
Most people, fight or flight is just that split second where you don't have time to think. What are you more prone to? Are you more prone to run or protect, or are you more prone to like fight or lash out? You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't fighters. But you put Bird in a corner and you stand over her, she's not gonna bend down and take it. She's gonna fucking swing. She's gonna scratch, claw, because she's a fighter. She's gonna do whatever she can to survive. She's not gonna let nothing happen to her without trying to do something.
But is that a situation? But is that
that's a different situation.
Maybe you don't have a situation to fly though. If you're backed into a corner.
No, but like, fight or flight. Like, are you gonna bend down and just try to protect yourself as much as you can, or are you gonna lash out?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like
against the wall, then I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that number's high. I feel most people are gonna go out fighting then.
shit.
I think it's like 50-50.
Look, 90% of people, 90% of people, if you would go out, somebody give you a look like, what the fuck you looking at? Most people gonna be like,
comment on that if you
Okay,
if you comment on that if you fight or flight.
You
Let's
don't,
see how many people comment on that.
You
fight
don't,
or flight.
You don't have a gun, but you got a broom, you got a bat, a golf club or something in your bedroom, and you know for a fact you heard somebody come in your front door while you and your woman in bed.
You staying in the
You
room.
gonna stay in your room
house.
right by your bedroom door with the bat and wait for them to come in there, or you finna go out into the living room and look for the threat?
I love it.
if I don't gotta bring no attention to me, I'm stepping out.
What you mean?
If I have to bring any attention to where
That's
I'm
rough,
at,
bro. I don't know.
I'm not giving them that. So
It's
they
tough,
can come in
bro.
here if they want to get fucked up.
If all I
but if
got
my
is
door's
in
already
your house, they probably.
if my door's
what I'm
already
saying.
know the
open,
layout.
If all I
You know
got
what
is a
mean?
room,
They
bro.
kind of know what's
no,
going on.
but that's what I'm saying. They don't know exactly where I'm at. If I gotta give myself up,
4 a.m.
Look. To me, it's circumstance. Like, if I'm upstairs and I hear something downstairs, I'm coming out of my room, bro. I'm coming out of my room because I don't know how many there is of you. So I gotta pick the seat. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
whatever I got in my hand, bro.
You got to and I better equip myself with something.
And that's why I took
I'm
gun
ain't got a
out because
gun.
I
That's
know
what I'm
all
saying.
of us. If you have a weapon in your bedroom, you're gonna go out. You're gonna go out looking if you have a gun.
Yeah.
Man,
If you have a gun,
I
it's
sleep
like,
too
I'm going
light
every
for
time.
That's why I took that out.
Yeah.
That's why I took that out.
I sleep too light anyway. I woke up when I heard somebody break a whole door in, and like 4 in the morning. I hear the boom, 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 sheriff department. So I instantly wake up like, ooh. I know they ain't at my door, but I hear them because the window open. And I get out there, I see them with the dome. And
It's going
boom,
down.
and it's
It's
4
Raiding
a.m.
somebody over there.
So okay, you know somebody like that live close to you that's wanted like that, within looking distance of your house. What you doing?
What you mean?
You
To that person?
You calling the police? You tell them to come get this nigga up out of here?
No, I might not.
Wait.
He's a registered sex offender, and you have to
Oh,
go
registered
get
sex
him.
offender?
Wait.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
You calling the police, getting him out of here?
At that point,
Or what you doing?
because you see him with the little.
No. You know
you might
he's
not
a-
be able to get him out of there, but
Yeah, that's
No.
If he's a
Like,
registered sex
like
offender-
you see, you fucked around and it was on like what was that? Like your neighborhood watch app, and the niggas like, damn, they said put up an alert for this nigga, and you like, damn, I think
like he
this-
just moved in.
I'm not calling the police. I'm not calling the police.
Wait. So
So you gonna put homie on notice? I know who you are.
He already was he like legally able to live there? That type of situation?
No,
Was that
it's an alert to look out,
no,
like a
no.
possible.
Like he's
No,
allowed
no,
to live
they're
here, but
saying-
he's a registered motherfucking
Yeah.
sex offender.
So he did something?
No. They not coming for red-
What
just
Jesse's
like that.
saying is you seen him, right?
Yeah.
You gone, you looking through your phone, and you see this nigga pop up, and he's wanted.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Are you calling the police?
Yeah,
If I don't have kids, no. If I have kids, depending on my kid's age, if they're old enough to be outside or on their own and I don't have to be out there with them,
When it
I'm
comes to-
making sure they know when this nigga comes around, you come in the house. And if I ever hear about you outside when this nigga's around, I'm whooping your ass. If my kids are little
I'm
to
not
where I have to
risking
be
it, bro.
outside with them, huh?
I can't risk that. Kids not always gonna know that guy's around, bro.
I'm saying that
He's
because
a
I was
sex
actually
offender.
in that
That's what he
situation.
do.
They not gonna.
I was actually
Kids
in
ain't
that
gonna-
situation.
They're not gonna know.
Kids
if he
ain't
really
gonna notice adults like
yeah,
that.
you know,
Not all the time.
if he really a sex offender like that, they're not gonna know, bro. I can't really.
What? So
Ask my
okay,
kids
so
to make
you
sure.
calling? What you doing, Steph?
I'm on the call.
You
Like,
calling? Yeah, you.
it's
calling.
kids, bro. It's like different. That's the only time.
If he wanted and
Kids are not.
I'll put it like this. There's some crimes if the niggas wanted for the crime, that ain't my business.
Not if he's wanted, but if he's a registered sex offender. That's
No.
That's
That's what I'm saying. That's
If he's a
that's not what I'm
registered
saying.
sex offender,
We're
he's
saying
probably legally
He's
allowed
saying
to
like-
live here.
like-
Because they're not
You
coming to
didn't
pick up
know. Like
somebody
you
who's
said, like you
registered.
didn't know he was a sex
You see what I'm
offender.
saying? They're not coming to pick up somebody who's already got in trouble and then
Because
not
he's
going through the
legally allowed to
system.
live
Yeah,
here.
that's
He's probably-
different.
he's probably far enough
He's
away from
saying,
the
I'm
like-
saying he paid
school
the
or-
apartments in cash type stuff. He might have faked the books. And then now you be like, man, bro, like I don't like he's moving real weird, like over there type stuff. And you see something like this sketch might kind of look like him over there. And you be like, man, not. And you talk to your girl, she's like, yeah, I kind of feel like that's him, babe. You know what I mean? And now it's like, damn.
I definitely have to be sure.
Does he have kids?
That's what I'm saying. Your girl confirmed it. And you still be like, okay, I went from a 7 to like a 7.5, 7.9.
Okay, so check this out.
You feel me? What you doing?
So check this out. Where we
It's a sketch.
I need a picture.
So check this out.
For a lot of
I need a
confirmation.
picture.
So check this out. Where we are staying in Southeast.
I might have to just get it.
Where we are staying in Southeast. One of the neighbors, older lady. One of the neighbors, her son, who's like probably 30, late 20s, early 30s probably. Her son, registered sex offender, right? Everybody in there got kids. Like my kids is out there, my niece and nephew, the other neighbors got little kids out there. Everybody be out there in the lot playing, you know what I'm saying? But everybody also knows that he's just come home and he's a sex offender. He doesn't live here, but he's gonna be coming over here because his mom live over here. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows he's a registered sex offender, right? When he comes, my niece and nephew and my kids are outside playing. Luckily, I just happen to go outside because y'all know Darren is crazy. He just be screaming, right? And I'm coming outside to tell him like, hey, bro, like stop all that screaming, like chill out. And I've only heard that so and so's son is a sex offender and he be around from time to time, da 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 da. And I come outside, and the adults that are already outside, they got some type of look on their face. And y'all know me, I don't be super talking to people like that. But based on the look on their face,
You knew something was up.
I knew something was up. And I've never seen this nigga before. I've only heard so-and-so's son is a registered sex offender, and he's just come home, right? Based on the look on their face, and again, I don't even be talking to them like that. I asked him, I was like, was that him? And they was like, what? I was like, is that was her son that everybody been talking about? And they was like, yeah. So my niece and nephew was like, hey, I'm sorry, y'all gotta come inside.
Man.
I tell Baron, like, Baron, get in the house. I'm like, y'all gotta come inside. Everybody come inside.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
When I get the kids inside, one of the other neighbors start barking on the lady who lives there, that's her son. Start like, and this is the lady who be complaining to the homeowners association about people, like if their cars parked somewhere crazy. And her son coming around here, and he got this on his jacket. You know what I'm saying? And then so everybody's barking on her and saying all this, that, and the third to her.
The lady whose mom it is of the son, she's the one who be getting on people about.
Yeah, who be complaining to the homeowners association about people.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sit back home.
Nigga, you catching all this heat.
Yeah. And I don't feel bad about it.
Not at all.
To the point where he ended up coming outside, like talking to like all the neighbors out there. He like, if this a big deal, I a lot of respect to him. He was like, if it's a big deal to everybody, I just won't come around. Do it hurt? Hell yeah, because I want to see my mama. But if it mean the whole neighborhood is gonna be like this when I'm coming here, I just won't come here.
Fact.
He was like, but just so y'all know, I never touched a kid in my life and I never would. I got a pimp charge, bro. He's like, yeah, I'm a sex offender, but I got a pimp charge. He's like, but if that make y'all uncomfortable, that's cool. I won't come around. But
so if you have a young daughter around this bitch,
and that's what I said. And bro, mind you, the whole time, bro,
you might want to tell her.
You wild.
To the point where like,
keep
bro,
her ass inside.
I'm standing
All y'all niggas were boys?
I'm standing out
These
there
little
like,
ass
bro,
kids can play all day.
bro, the whole
outta here.
neighborhood out there arguing. My nigga, I didn't say one word. I got Max strapped to me in the thingamabob, nigga. I'm literally leaning like right on our porch, just leaning, just watching everybody yell, watching this nigga talk, like everybody looking at me. When they came to me, he was like, hey, I respect you, bro. You didn't say a word. You make sure you heard everything everybody said. I was like, hey man, as long as ain't nobody touching me and my family, like I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's nice to know, but I still don't feel no better, nigga. You
They call it
a
town meeting and let everybody know.
And that's what I said. I was like, that don't make it no better.
That's a good situation.
Okay.
That doesn't make it better?
What? What don't make
Not
it
to nobody that it's a big deal like that. They don't care why you're a sex offender, fam. You are a sex offender.
That's what I said.
I got a pimp charge. I'm less of a sex offender.
But there is some people that do get faded and go and piss where they shouldn't be pissing or doing some wild shit that they shouldn't be doing, and then end up being labeled as a sex offender.
Agreed. But when you have the label sex offender on you, I'm not checking the degree of sex offender.
You probably
You're
should.
a sex offender, nigga.
You probably should, because to me it matters, bro. To me it matters. Look.
No. As a parent, it's not my job to check. It's my job to protect my kids. If you care and you want to be around and you want your name to be that much better, then you do like that guy did and come forward and say what's on your sheet or like what your charges are. Right. It's not my job to check. It's my job to protect my kids.
Right, and like you said, what you're gonna do is you're gonna protect your kid.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know, of course you don't know. But if you look into it, and he didn't do anything where he touched a little girl.
You mean like
have you looked at that website?
Like go on the website and look him up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Does it say what he was convicted of?
Yeah, I mean everybody's charges are public, but I'm saying if I'm a parent, all I'm looking at is the sex offender list.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not digging into everybody's.
Looking on everybody and being like,
yeah, I'm not digging into. I'm not digging into.
Whoa,
I'm not digging into everybody's exact charges.
But,
I'm just looking at the sex offender list.
And what I'm saying is that to me, I would, because to me,
I wouldn't stop my homework.
It wouldn't matter
Yeah,
because if this nigga is a creep, okay, then you know what I'm saying. I have to move a certain way. But if I look into it and it's something that. You know what I mean? Like how a lot of people, huh? Well, or like you know what I mean? Like he was charged for a ticket because he was pissing at a park because he was drunk and faded, and now he had
the logic would be
there was 3 kids around. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that has happened, bro.
So you're telling. So what you're saying? So what you're saying is as a parent. So what you're saying is as a parent. You look at that list, and I love this organic conversation. We ain't even going off the notes and stuff. As a parent, you look at the list, right? And somebody in your neighborhood is a registered sex offender.
I'm looking them up.
So you're saying if there's 7 of them, you telling me you going looking at all 7 of them?
I want to know what's around me.
For sure,
I want to know what's around me.
How do you feel about it?
And if you're around me,
that's what I'm saying.
I want
that
to know,
person
bro.
Was living right there.
Yeah,
I
want to know.
I don't care what's going on. If you're a threat like that.
If you're fucking boys or girls,
for me, all I need to know, and I would love for Dora to chime in. The only other parent here. For me, all I need to know is that you're a sex offender. That's all I need to know. I'm not gonna do all that.
I feel with that stuff, Mike. But for me, it's like even though I know you're a sex offender, I want to know more about you. Like, I want to know if you that one creep that was touching little girls, or what level of creep. I just want to make sure, like the whole radius thing. Like, let's say
I'm looking at it like I'm keeping my kids away from all creeps. Period. I don't care what level.
But I still want to know what you did. I'm gonna keep my kid safe regardless.
I'm a parent, so I'm not.
But I feel like that's more about just being nosy. That's not about
being nosy.
About an extra level of security. That's just like that's just your curiosity.
Because what are you gonna do with that extra? What you gonna let your kids play around him if he pissed on a hydrant? What if he pissed on a hydrant? What if he pissed at a school? Because he knew the kids were on the field that day.
I think
he purposely got drunk.
It's like you're splitting hairs. Like he got drunk in a playground of a school.
I'm only giving that type of discretion to people that I know.
See, look,
Isaac, because I know your character. Okay, go ahead.
No. No. You're right. Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I'm not tight or nothing. I'm just saying I'm only giving that type of discretion to people that I know. If anybody in here got a sex offender charge because you pissed at a park and you thought nobody was there, and they be like, "No, you got a charge for that."
Midnight and there was.
Of course, I'm gonna still let you be around my kids. Of course. But I'm not giving that discretion to just some nigga that moved into my neighborhood that's got a sex offender charge. You're a sex offender. That's all I need to know.
And all I'm saying is, let's not make it seem like it's the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
It's not, but I have to move the same way.
Let's not sit here and make it seem like it's the same exact thing, because it's not, bro.
But I have to move the same way.
Sure, when we get down to talking about it, we can talk. We can split the hair.
And you can do that. I'm just saying, it's not the same thing, bro.
It's not.
But
I'm not going to look at a guy.
It's not. But I think my point is,
I see you one way.
But would you let your niece and nephew?
Sure.
Would you let your young niece and nephew play knowing this nigga's outside and you sitting in the living room watching TV? Are you comfortable with that? Because he pissed on the side of a building.
Check it out.
As opposed to raping.
The exact situation I was in when dude said I got a pimp charge. If I want to still judge him for having that in his life and for having that in his past, that's one thing. To be honest, did I feel better about him being around in the neighborhood? Yeah, I did. To your point, I did.
But you still
But look, when I look at the website and I see his name, I'm not doing all of that.
No, and that's your right to do so.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what everybody do in my neighborhood.
Okay, look.
I'm
So
just
you
saying,
find
I
out
don't
about the
know
peace
what
stuff. So you
job
find
you work
out. Let's take
in,
Mike. Let's
how
take
long
Mike's
you selling
situation.
drugs.
You find out. You find out homeboys.
My kid will be playing up and down.
You find out homeboys a pig. You find out homeboys a pig. Are you gonna when homeboys around? Because it's clear like
I
everybody.
know the kids with
the
the people with daughters gonna kill me for saying I felt better about that.
Are you letting your young nieces and nephews play outside with him there?
No, I'm not because I don't know about it. But what I'm saying is I'm going to feel better. Like I'm going to feel like. All right.
Oh, that's cool. Like, you feel better, but you don't move the same way.
Yeah, it doesn't change. I just rather know.
This is what I'm saying.
I still didn't want my niece outside. Let me say
But this is
that.
what I'm saying.
I still didn't want my niece outside.
Yeah, but this is what I'm
But
saying.
to be honest, I did feel bad.
Like if you find out that he, you know what I mean, ran into someone's house and did some crazy shit to a kid, you know what I mean, and then, you know what I mean, like I'm gonna wake up feeling the way. Every time I wake up, I'm going to go check on my kid. You know what I'm saying? But if I know that it was some type of bullshit, you know what I mean, and I just know that he didn't go out and do all that wild crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna move just a little bit different. But when I see him out there and my kids out there, they're gonna know to come inside. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not leaving them out there for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
you talking about your peace of mind, because you're going to move exactly the same.
But that's what I'm saying. He only gets that peace of mind by looking deeper versus just seeing the sex.
And I understand. But
that's all he's saying.
Yeah, I feel it. So when it comes to the kids, we just saying, but you want that peace of mind. Like,
you don't want to feel
what happened. It changes
because he knows how the system be fucking people by just labeling them.
And I watch way too many documentaries to know about how cops and how all these fucked up motherfuckers be out here moving, bro. Yeah. Like it's like nah, man. Like it's.
So that's why I say he would do deeper research to figure out what you really did versus just.
Everybody in here is a dude. We've all pissed outside. I don't think you should be labeled a sex offender for doing that. But if you are stupid enough to get caught with your dick outside in public, you might deserve that.
That's a hard tag, bro. That's not a regular, like, I'm going to jail for, like, you know, robbery, bro. Sex offender, people look at it different.
This is what I said. How long does it take you niggas to piss? How long does it take you niggas to piss?
You immediately look at niggas sideways.
Where were you peeing?
What if the cop knew what? Like, what if he didn't see you in the act, but he know what you did back there? He went on. He doing his little patrol, and he know what you did back there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about, like, I've peed at a park before, bro.
Me too.
Like no more than a couple of months ago did I pee at a park and not in the bathroom.
You'd be hot if you was labeled a sex offender. Job, work, everything.
If he was labeled that, it takes the next day.
You guys are 100% right. And I'm like, Mike, it wasn't that long ago that I was at a workout. My client left. There's not a bathroom at the park. So I pissed at the park. You know what I made sure? No kids or cops around.
Yeah.
It's simple. So what did you do? You saw the kids over there? You still piss right here? Go walk over there. Go pee somewhere else.
You're drunk. You're inebriated. You don't see. And it's
your
the middle
fault.
of the night.
Your fault.
Cops just happen to pull up and
that's a whole nother layer.
They just happen to hand the light over at the darkness and there's kids.
Hey, you, what are you doing?
Like, hey, look, dumbass. You didn't look to your left.
Gotcha, didn't I?
Or shit like at a school where kids could be present.
Nah, you're bugging. Yeah. You're bugging.
No, the schools, that's out of bounds. Come on now.
To me, like, sex offenders, like, dudes, like that Tiger situation when he was dating, like, a 16-year-old, he's, like, 19, 20, that's trip to me, like. I don't get down with that type of shit. 16
and 19, I kind of.
Me and my wife was in that boat.
What was that?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta look
19, 16?
Bro, my senior year was her freshman year. I was in the boat.
Okay.
But it also depends. It also depends when you meet.
And I mean, that's different, but not everybody knows that. Not everybody knows that story.
It depends on when you meet. And the capacity you meet them in. If you're a 19-year-old and this 16-year-old, let's say you work at the YMCA, and they're in the program that you work at, that is weird. That is weird, bro. You were there to get dope. How did this relationship start?
That's totally different.
How did this relationship start? You were there watching over them.
It's different. Maybe 3 years is a bit much. Let's say 4 years. Because 3 years is like a senior and a freshman. Okay, I've seen that happen before. I personally don't like it.
I'll put it like this.
But if
Oh
you
no,
2
that
years,
is trip though. If
I'll
this
put like,
somebody you're super. If
you 2 years out of high school.
in a role of an established adult in the.
you can't be in a relationship with a kid you coached in basketball. Bro.
Ever.
It cannot happen.
No.
It cannot happen.
No.
It cannot happen. You were hired to be the adult in the situation.
You can't be 2
When
years out of high school.
did you start looking at them romantically? When they got out of high school.
50 and 60.
When they got out of high school.
No way.
Right after she got out of high school. Stop it.
College. That's still That's still too.
So that age gap is cool, but as long as like you weren't their overseer.
Like, let's say if it was,
the
you was a
relationship
senior and she was a
matters.
freshman. That's okay, right?
We're both equals.
Yeah.
We're both in high school.
Okay,
At that time.
But it'd be like 2 years out of high school, like you're 19 and she like a sophomore in high school.
19.
I'm
I'm not looking. I'm not doing.
Like you in
I
college
wasn't doing that.
and she a sophomore. Yeah,
I wasn't
that's different.
doing
That's
that.
completely different.
Of course, when people meet you guys and hear the age gap, and especially when they see you're a freshman in high school, I'm sorry, a freshman in college, and she's a sophomore in high school, they're gonna judge you, bro. They're gonna look at you crazy.
Stop. Come
What?
on, man.
Again, I was in that situation, bro.
Bro, no. Once you're out of high school,
I
the
was in that
game is
situation.
different, bro.
Yeah,
It's
you
way
can't-
The game is
different.
different.
It's
bro.
way
Once-
different.
It's
It's
like
like
what your
I'm
needs is. If you're a man and out of high school, the game is different.
Only way is like if she's a senior.
I'm
like,
5 years old.
that's
And,
girl.
and you still gotta
I'm way older than my
explain a
wife.
lot.
Yeah, that's
But y'all met and started rocking as adults. Like for me, I graduated high school at 17, right? So like all of my life, I've been one of the younger people in my class, always been, right? And so my senior year, I was still like 16 when the year started, right? The girl I was dating was a freshman, but she was already. Damn, what did I say? I was 16. No. She was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
But she was like she was older. She was older for her grade. But don't like
So
what
she's
people.
about 14,
But when people
15.
see just a senior and a freshman, they're like, my nigga, like, come on, fam, like, what are you doing out here?
What?
You know
And then
saying?
you're 1
And
year
then we
out
stayed
and
together for a minute, and now I'm a freshman in college, and she's a sophomore in high school. So you just imagine how people
Yeah, that sounds true.
people
Bro,
looking
I'm
at you
gonna tell
like
this. I played it so delicately that my grandma didn't meet Tanya until we were 6 years deep in our relationship. Because at that time, I felt all of it was all acceptable, age-wise. You know what I mean? We had been together long-wise for you to even meet my grandma. You know what I mean? To go that far, and then it was crazy. Like that age gap, that shit is no joke.
You know what's funny?
Growing up like
Because of how me and Bird met, nobody's ever like people have heard our age gap and they don't really blink at it.
At the time at the ages you guys met though.
And that's why. Because we didn't know, like, when I met her, when we started hanging out, she was 18.
Grown.
and you were how old?
I was 23. But like she's out of high school, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. And we were just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? By the time we started dating, it was 3 years later. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later. So she's about to be 20, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm like I'm 26, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Nobody batted an eye, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, not even her family, because even when I was coming around, I was just the dude she hanging out with. I wasn't her boyfriend. We wasn't laying up, you know what I'm saying? And doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's different.
And it's been 20 and 17 though.
And that's what I'm saying. And
19,
the capacity though. And the capacity
21 and 18.
I was
What I would say to that is, where are you hanging out at, bro?
At the those ages are the ages I went through. We was at the pack. We was creating a bond.
No. But your situation is different.
We grew up together.
Your situation is different, exactly.
grew up
And you knew her for quite a bit of time beforehand.
That's a valid
You know what I'm
question.
saying?
I feel like
Here's
as
the
long as there's a logical and a reasonable answer to that question.
I'll put it like this. Here's the caveat with you and Ty. Ty's like our little sister. And you've been our friend. That's how y'all met.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my exact answer to this question.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you wasn't out at the spot. You're like, oh shit, what the freshman chick's doing?
No.
You know.
Okay, a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
wasn't
like,
walking around campus like, hey, young.
and by the time y'all dated, y'all knew each other for like
what,
4 years. It was a
Yeah,
minute.
that's totally different.
Before we started, no.
Knew who each other were.
For like
Not-
maybe a
not
year
being
before
like-
we dated, and then the second year, because I didn't. She was Like she was probably in 8th grade when I met her, and then freshman year when I started dating her.
Okay.
So what y'all think is like an
That's the exact
unacceptable?
situation I was in.
What's the unacceptable like an age gap? Like let's say y'all both out of high school. It's like 10 years,
Out of high
5
school.
years.
Once both of you guys are grown, the age
Yeah.
gap is like
It's
whatever,
non-existent to me.
Really?
It's whatever. bro.
Like 18 and 45 don't matter.
Even if it's your daughter.
Even if it's my daughter,
I might not like it. I might not like it, but I can't say what that is. If my daughter's 20 years old,
Especially with
and she meets a 40-year-old nigga, I may not like that, and I may think there's something wrong with that, and there may or may not be. But I can't say that they met on some inappropriate shit.
So you don't support the relationship?
Fuck, I'm gonna do lose my kid?
Then that's exactly what it comes down to.
You know what I'm saying?
You can learn.
And that's
Would you ever voice
that's
this
me
difference?
assuming the worst.
Would you ever voice your opinion to her?
Bird's dad could have been like,
Oh, that's a good question.
He could have did that.
That's a great question.
Would you ever voice your opinion to her that you don't really like agree with it, but you gonna rock with her just because?
Nah, I'm not saying.
Yes.
It's not me
Would you?
disagreeing.
Yes.
It's not me disagreeing.
I wouldn't be me if I didn't voice my opinion.
If I disagree with the relationship, because I feel like I have merit to disagree on it.
My daughter knows how
I'm not
I
just
voice
saying.
my
I'm not.
opinion,
I'm not
so
just
she
looking at the
can't
age and
be-
saying I don't rock with
Can't
that.
talk about
I don't have a daughter, but I feel like for
Probably
me, I'd be like, you know what? I feel like you shouldn't be dating a guy this old. You're an adult. At the end of the day, I can't stop you, but I don't 100% agree with it. And after that, she'll know how I feel about it, but I'm still gonna support her. I'm just gonna let her know.
If you're the type,
I'm gonna give her a warning, like, yo, be careful with these type of dudes. Like, they 40, this dude my age. Like,
Look.
come on, like.
To me, if you're the type of dad that have voiced your opinion to her growing up, so for one, I feel if she's in that situation, you raised her to be mature.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, she's looking at somebody who's mature enough to be on her level, which equates to how she sees her dad and on his level. You know what I mean? Because that's usually how things like that work out. But so at that point, I'm gonna tell her how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because she's old enough to receive that type of information, that type of talk. And then, you know what I mean, it's gonna be after that. Because we can't stop who you fall in love.
You're not gonna stop her at that
You
age.
can't
She's
stop
like in
who
her
you fall
20s
in
and
love
stuff like that. She dates
She don't live in your
30,
house.
older than her.
What you mean she did? She did.
I got.
You know, you get a nigga 45, she not staying
I
at
gotta
that.
know, like, I'm not trying to go to this old dude's wedding. He gonna be gone by the time he have
I'm
kids.
gonna go. What you mean? So you saying
Like,
I was
what's
supporting at the wedding?
I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna let her know, like, yo, man,
But
you gonna marry this dude at 65 years old. This was gonna happen. By the time y'all
So
have
check
kids,
this out.
I'm gonna give her the
this out.
rundown of
Yeah,
how life
for
should
sure.
be.
You
That's
got
a
you
parent's
got
job.
your girl.
got you,
Check this out. You got your girl. Y'all been together
That's
a long
the same
time.
thing.
You go to meet her dad. Upon meeting him, he kiss you on the cheek.
Is her dad?
Her dad.
Is me on my cheek?
Start over. Please start over.
See, it's
Your
how-
girl. You got your girl. Like
Thank you.
it's
That's
your
what I
girl.
started with.
It's your girl. You go to meet her dad. You meet him. You bring it in for the. You know what I'm saying. You bring it in. You give him one of these.
What is this thing? Where is he from?
He plant one on your cheek.
It's
Where
okay.
is he from?
Regardless.
Well, where you from matter.
Yes. Where he
If that's
We're
what
talking about
they
what
do,
part of the world is he from.
If they, that's what they
Don't
do
give
where
me
you
no
at.
you
I'm
from
like,
America. Don't give me
like,
LA, Philly, Chicago.
exactly.
The American doing it.
What about New Orleans?
No, I'm not. Nah, nigga.
Look,
That's how baby give it up.
Nigga, but they don't speak all the
That's everybody.
That's the only thing I have to do.
Well, you know, baby kids, this kid's on the list, boy.
Yeah.
if he's not from here, I'm like, don't do that again.
First of all, I'm gonna ask him.
You gonna say that to her dad?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. Smooth.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just.
I'll probably say like, did you just kiss me? Like,
No,
hey,
I'm
laugh
not
at
gonna
that.
ask.
What
You
doing,
definitely
bro?
kissed me.
Yeah. We're not
Hey,
here.
my nigga, you just-
Hey.
Hold on,
Facts.
bro.
Facts.
What's wrong with you?
And
I
well,
respect,
look,
I'm not
what
gonna
if your
fly on you because that we don't do that here. Whatever.
What if your
don't
girl
do
be
it.
like, baby, don't? Now what's your stance?
Well, if she say what? Don't say don't do it again.
Yeah, what if she be like,
I have to
baby?
be mad.
Yeah, I'm walking out. I'm not staying with you. You can do
Because
this.
next time if you lean in and
You
kiss me,
can
I'll be like,
You can do this.
She be like, this how she he greets everybody like this. Don't feel offended. He greets everybody like
it
that.
greets everybody. Okay, I got a story about that.
I think I'd be more so caught off guard. I'd be like,
This nigga just kissed.
It's
Yeah.
not. I didn't get kissed or nothing. But
Did you do that? Yeah, baby, don't worry about it. See what I'm saying?
so your dad in the mafia?
Brush it off. Wipe it off.
You see what I'm saying? No, what did I just walk into?
What you gonna do if you're gonna tell you just wipe it off, wipe it off?
That's what I'm saying. She's like, don't worry about it.
if it's a cultural thing,
Come on now, it's not.
I'm gonna be like, okay, bro. Cause I've been in a situation where like they got different customs than we have over here. Like Joe's grandpa, like they bow, grab the hand and they bow.
I feel you.
And when I first met him, He grabbed my hand and tried to. I don't know nothing about their traditions. I didn't know this beforehand. So I shake his hand and he's like pulling me down because I didn't just grab his hand and bow. And he's like, and I'm like, their whole family there. I'm like, he's an old man. He can't move me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, holding him. He's pulling my hand. I'm like, looking around. I'm like, what is he doing? Hey, I'm gonna pull his arm off. What is he doing? He's like, oh, we bow on our cousin. I'm like, okay, my bad. I don't do that.
Yeah. Nah, facts.
I didn't bow or nothing. That's like, if I would have known prior, maybe I would have. But you just throwing this on me in the moment? Nah, I don't do that. What do you mean bow to him? You know what I'm saying? And that's maybe if they would have prepped me, I would have been like, okay,
I would have had a chance to
I'm gonna do just this one time, and I'm gonna tell him like, hey, like, because he thought I was bent. He thought I was bent and I was being ornery. That's why he was pulling on me, and that's why like I was really pulling on his arm.
Yeah, no.
And that's why I was like,
and their grandpa wasn't no slouch. He was a strong.
That's what I'm saying. And I was. I told him all the disrespect. I wouldn't have did all of that. If they would have prepped me, I may have just done it the one time and been like, hey,
before
I'm not bent. Hey, I'm not bent. This is not gonna happen again.
That's on Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we was kids. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But
they do my culture too. My culture, we definitely do that. It's crazy. They actually put their hand on your head and like kind of push your head down, kind of stuff like. So if you have come in with my little family function, I'm like, hey, you got the elders. You probably got to bow and they don't touch your head and stuff like that. So Joe and them kind of played you.
No, and that's what I'm saying. If you tell me that, I could prep myself. But he grabbing me and pulling me, and I'm like,
that's his fault.
Yeah, he grabbing and pulling on me. I'm like,
because he know he do it. He do
like,
his
like if I picture in that situation, I'm gonna let you know. Like,
you better.
What's going on? You know what I mean?
Better.
Like you ain't gonna be sitting in front of everybody like.
No, you better let
my
me know.
My mom got a similar story. She said the same thing. She said the women in their custom in their culture like are supposed to kiss the hand, supposed to kiss his hand. And my mom said he kept just like handshaking her, but then like grabbing her hand and like putting his hand up like to her man. She said she just kept like shaking his hands like, all right,
yeah, like keep
all
doing it.
All right, my nigga, like, all right.
Grabbing it.
What are you doing?
You know, of course, my dad was like, see, I
wants intricate dad.
You know, my dad said, I would have been doing all of that.
He wilding out some shit. He wouldn't have left, nigga.
Speaking of wilding out, y'all see Nick Cannon, he got his show back?
Yep.
They can find a cave.
I don't like it. I don't like exactly. I don't like it.
The show doesn't do the same without Nick Cannon.
Exactly, and that's why I don't like it.
Nobody watching MTV2 no more.
I wouldn't take it back.
No.
That's a
big on YouTube.
No. You're taking it back because of the people that you love that you did it with. That's why you're taking it back.
They'd have to come to me. I'd have to go to them.
And I'm sure. Well,
they definitely came to him.
I'm pretty sure you watch Wild Out a lot.
I'll watch it,
but.
Viacom.
That's what they're saying.
They definitely came.
If that's
you know what I'm saying?
story,
I mean, like with this
that's
COVID
the
shit
story
going on, I mean, like that's what they're saying.
That's the story.
They're saying life is good, but it wasn't as good as Wild Out.
No. I know they came to him, but if his cast and his people that he put on wasn't like, yeah, Nick, we want you to come back. You know what I mean?
Oh, they ride him.
Man, they need that food. They need that.
Yeah. He was feeding the wolves.
He introduced us to a lot of people that we would never know.
I'm doing it for everybody.
He sparked a lot of people.
He gave battle rappers a
like DC Young Fly, they got their own show now because of Nick Cannon low key.
That's a tough spot to be in because like to not do it, you leaving a lot of money on the table. But see, I was thinking like if I'm coming back, I'm like, I need to have some ownership. And they like, well, no, we could just run these reruns and get.
Oh, no, I'm definitely coming back under different circumstances.
So we don't really need
this contract definitely getting revised.
We just need for new content.
New content.
But we have 10 plus years of content that we could keep repurposing and continue to make money.
And during these day and ages, we can start over.
Well, Nick Cannon don't need them, and they don't need Nick Cannon. But I'm
obviously
not holding Nick Cannon and like, you better get some ownership. He may just come back because he's like, that check was lovely.
But I
come back and do what I was doing. The check was lovely.
But would you come back in different circumstances?
I'm gonna definitely get some perks. I'm gonna definitely get some shit because
more for sure.
But also,
I'm gonna get some stuff because everybody knows what I went through with you. And now you coming back to me.
And also in Nick's position, he feels like he was wrong. Like he issued an apology. And like went through these steps to like show like I was wrong. Like to
see, I don't think he was wrong. He was just doing a safe face. If you ask me. I truly believe he believes that this shit he be talking on his show. He be talking some wild shit. Money. It's not the first time he said something close to his lines. Like,
yeah.
It's not the first time he said this.
It's not.
So
that was the only one that he came out and actually said what he believed. He'd always stopped short.
It just won't happen to be one of his biggest episodes. Because previously the whole show is basically based off that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he truly believe that, but he can't lose that much money if he say if he
But
don't
he never went as far as said
though.
what he said that time.
If you don't apologize now, you losing. You already lost the show. But you
He
probably
was
losing
talking about
movies,
he was talking
TV
about
shows.
black empowerment. He wasn't disrespecting white culture.
It was more than that, bro. He's talking about the real Jews or black men, and like.
And that's what I'm saying.
White
And
people
that
ain't-
episode that got
yeah.
him in trouble, that's what he said. I'm saying that platform has been built off of him talking about like black empowerment and all of that. Every
It was
episode
that-
hasn't been him disrespecting Jewish people.
Yeah.
No, but it's also been disrespecting white people. Like he's always talking about white corruption.
That's why
all
I
that
said Jewish
stuff.
people.
I feel you, but I mean, it's still a line right there. Like they're very close. I mean, I can't really front
It is close, but it's very different.
Look,
I don't-
You gotta see you said it was MTV that owns that, or
That owns what?
That what the show's on?
Viacom.
Viacom. Who's the owners?
Viacom owns. MTV.
No, I mean, are those people Jewish?
I don't want to be, you know.
I mean, they not
I
black
don't know.
people.
but I wouldn't be shocked.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
And also, he didn't. You're right. He didn't just say Jewish people. He was saying like white people that
And
lack
like-
melanin.
Yeah, without the melanin,
They're like-
yeah, you can't love.
You know what I mean? He's putting them all
Look,
together.
the stuff that people jumped on Nick Cannon for. There's some of that stuff that you just can't say when you're playing the game that Nick Cannon is playing.
And that's why he tried not.
That
he
is
tried
for
not to
somebody
say
like
that.
Killer Mike. That everybody knows what game he's playing. He ain't losing no business
And
or
I
no
think-
money or no clout saying that. Because that's
I
what he
think
built
I
himself
think
on.
because his notoriety and his respect, like the respect on his name, went up when he stepped away from America's Got Talent. When he did whatever he did and then stepped away from America's Got Talent, it's like, nigga, I don't need y'all. That was just a cool check for me. And everybody was like, oh, this nigga Nick is real. This nigga Nick is dope. And he continued to speak his mind, which is cool. But I think he just took that to a whole nother level. Because what he said wasn't even like fact based. He was just up there.
I think he got caught up in the moment
Saying some
and
shit.
saying some stuff he
Yeah.
felt he
And
believed.
Exactly.
It's the thing they say like
You know, Dr.
it's
Umar.
the thing they say with podcasters, with people on TV. You talk on camera long enough, and you're gonna say something that you regret, because this goes out. Look, this same exact conversation would happen if we were all at my house or here or wherever. You know what I'm saying? The same exact conversation would happen. I'm not gonna front. I'm thinking about what I'm saying because I know you're gonna put this out. I want it to come across a certain way. I'll tell y'all my open thoughts. Like I've told y'all, there's certain people that I know that they're doing wrong. I'm not discrediting them in the next company.
Like
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to no black
Like
man.
the
I'm not
conversation
doing
we
that
have
to
kids
no
money.
black man.
It might sound a whole lot different in front of these mics.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. You know what I'm
Glad you
saying?
brought that up. I want to talk about that.
And when we talk about it, now that y'all know what I'm saying, I'm gonna word it different. But y'all know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Because I'm not saying nothing to make none of my
What was we
people
talking
look
about?
bad
Trey? What was
in
we
mixed
talking about?
company.
What was we talking about?
We were talking about like if your kid. All right, so which theory we gonna go with? Where we started at? It started off by saying if your kid won a Madden tournament, which obviously would probably be a boy, won a Madden tournament and they got like 80 racks.
Your kid comes in to
what
80
you
racks
gonna do?
because it's something they've been doing. It's legal. They're allowed to do it. They
Yeah.
come in to 80 racks. How do you manage
What you gonna
that
do?
your kid
What
and
you
that
gonna
money
do?
with that? And then that turned into a whole nother situation.
And I said, I'm gonna start it off shit. I keep it honest. So what I said is, at that situation, I'm gonna give my kids half. I'm gonna let him rock. You know what I mean? Because he did the work. He won the tournament. But that other half, or more than half, if need be. And I'm dad, so I say what's need be. And and that's all saying that our kids are understanding. We raised in this way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We doing stuff for the family. You know what I mean? Especially if I only got one son, the more, you know what I mean? I'm not even going there.
Man.
But you know what I mean?
Let's run it. Let's just run it.
But I say
all
we
of us
gonna
would do.
Well, I'm saying I'm gonna give him some, and then I'm taking some. I'm not taking some. We all gonna give some. Hey, you see what I'm saying? See, that's shit for the camera. See, that's shit for the camera. Maybe, okay, so whatever. I'm taking some, and you know what I mean. Mom's gonna get a car because she probably be driving everybody everywhere. You know what I mean. Dad's gonna get stuff to fix the house. You know what I mean. Do stuff for the house, upgrade. You know what I mean. And then he for sure gonna learn. But then your sisters and if you got siblings, everybody gonna feel the wealth of this. You know what I mean? And guess what, nigga? If you're really nice, guess what? Dad's gonna make sure you get the next for the next tournament. The best of the next. For the next tournament. If that includes the PS5, the biggest monitor, nigga, whatever system you need. Because we gotta go at this run again. We need another 80. And now you get another piece in your pie that's sitting, nigga.
Now you get another piece of your pie. How much hard work you did.
Hey, it's not bad, but we're also talking about Madden,
Children.
video games.
Well, and we're talking about
You see what I'm
children
saying?
with a lot of money.
You know what I mean? Children and video games. It'd be different. We was talking about Bow Wow with millions. Because that's
I don't
another
think what they're
aspect
doing.
of
I don't think
direction
what they're doing for the money matters. It matters to a certain extent. As long
To
as
an
it's
extent,
legal.
yeah.
As long as it's legal.
So the amount of
Like,
money
if your
don't
kid
matter.
come home with $80,000 worth of drug money, this motherfucker's a pin. He's a kingpin. What the fuck are you doing?
Turning it in. Dun, 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 dun.
Turning your kid?
No,
No,
it's
no,
money.
the money, not the kid.
I would never
I
do
did
it.
not say
Either
the
way,
kid.
it's a no.
Not the kid. I'm talking
Either
I
about.
way,
would never do anything to incriminate on camera.
Yeah, especially something that go on the web.
All right, yeah. So let's talk about the Madden tournament. Okay. So for
Hey,
me,
fuck that. I'm
yeah.
not turning in neither. My kid nor the money. But he ain't.
Let's just say
keeping
no
all that
reports
money,
are being
though.
I was about
made.
to say, we can talk about that all day. I'm not turning in either one in that situation.
No reports are being
Hey, but
made.
he's for sure not keeping all the money. But you're not keeping all this dirty money, nigga. I am.
But look, they get 80,000.
I'm managing this shit.
Like we said, that's different. You getting one lump sum to like they're doing something that like they can
Yeah.
build a career
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
and now
yeah.
they can start changing the family.
That's
$80,000 isn't going to change the family. It's just going to upgrade our situation.
All right, so
Exactly.
let's go back to
See,
legal
that's,
money.
you see, that's why I was saying what I was saying.
When it comes to legal money for me, what I would do is there's no way in the world I'm allowing any 13, 14, or 15-year-olds to control that amount of money. Like if it was $500, cool. Like, all right, you got do whatever you want to do with that. 1,000, yeah, knock yourself out, kid. When we start getting to the 80Ks, the 50Ks, 60Ks, there's no way I'm letting them do it.
2,000, I'm still giving to him, nigga.
Yeah,
Ball out.
It can go up to at least 10,000. I'll probably let them have it. But other than that, bro,
Nah,
I
nigga,
have
think
to
it
put
was
the money
five.
away.
Fuck out of here.
There's a certain amount of money we need to start thinking about with this.
If it's 5K, I'd be like, yo,
What are you gonna do with it?
You gonna buy yourself a dirt bike?
You can no. A 15-year-old kid can trick out $10,000. No problem.
Yeah, easy.
No problem.
What age?
Not really.
What
bro.
age?
No.
What age?
A 15-year-old kid
15,
can trick
yeah.
out
In this
1,000,
era,
no
in
problem.
this
In this area.
new phone, that's a rack. Laptop, that's another 2 racks.
That's 3 racks.
Upgrade
Shoes.
his system, his monitor, get all buy
No,
all the equipment.
My nephew's trying to
He's
be
gonna
extreme
just-
and he's looking at spending
Hey,
a
just
7.
the GOAT app alone with the sneakers, he's probably spending 2K on sneakers just because of the GOAT app alone. And they're not even the craziest shoes ever. Like these kids are spending bread up easily. 2,000 on nothing.
This is what I'm saying. Let's say they win 80,000, right? I think I'm looking at it like this is a time for him to learn a lesson. This is a time for him to learn a lesson about how much what a dollar is and what he can do with a dollar.
And then I'm gonna show you what dad can do with $1.
And then so I'm gonna tell him like this is your 80,000.
We split it.
Yeah,
This is your 80,000, but you're not old enough to be in control of this money. So there's a certain amount of this that I'm putting away, and it's gonna accrue interest, and you can't even touch it till you're 20.
and I agree with you with that.
I'm gonna give you. You will always have spending money.
Yeah, because
This is your money. This is your 80 grand. Can the family do X, Y, and Z? And I have a number for them. Can we use 80? You have 80,000. Can we use 7,000 to upgrade the house or do whatever?
7?
Or whatever.
For
we're
just
gonna
the house,
do.
you're saying. He gonna break it down for more.
No,
He
or
gonna break it
whatever
down
we're
for
gonna do.
I hope.
But now he has to start approving these expenditures. And now you got a certain amount of money. You can spend whatever you want. You're allowed to spend it. But we're gonna start going over your expenditures.
So
and you're gonna see that
so out
80
of
grand.
80, you
You're gonna
take
see that
that.
80 grand start going down. And now you're gonna have to start thinking about what fuck you doing with your money.
So what
okay,
you
so
want-
that shit's still going down.
You
Damn,
wanna
you
put
wanna spend
seven-
another grand? Cool.
So
You
what
wanna spend another grand? Cool.
You only put 7 into the house?
So yeah, what?
I'm just saying, like whatever. Let's say it's 10. Let's say it's 10. Can a family have 10? If he say no, we can't have it.
So that's it.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know nothing about that. Let's say he said no. You
He's
can't
not
touch
gonna be able to control that whole 80,000. But
I'm
he's
just-
gonna sign off on everything that happens with that 80,000.
I'm not saying
This
that.
is
but-
his.
So if he says no
Hers.
on the house though,
On fixing the house or doing whatever, like
you gonna let him tell you
Well,
no on the house?
let's
If you-
say we're in an apartment.
I
Let's
think
say
I
we're in an
would,
apartment.
bro.
You
I
said-
think I would let him tell me no.
Let's say we're in an
Yeah.
apartment.
At 13, 14, 15? Nah.
Let's say we're in an apartment.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm
gonna
gonna
be
say
like the
Like,
family.
what's,
be in a
what's-
bad
like, what's
situation.
wrong with the house? If it's raining and water's coming through the roof, that's different.
No, what-
But if there's something that
But
needs
if
to
we're
be
fine,
No, hey, look.
Yeah,
okay,
we're
look,
fine.
fine,
that-
something
that-
needs to be
that-
fixed
that-
on the
I got-
crib,
I got it like
and
this.
I just did something that I've been grinding to do. I accomplished my goal, and now the money that I earn accomplishing my goal has to go to fixing the house that you bought. Yeah, I'm living in it. Yeah, it's not my responsibility to fix this house. If you come to me like, hey, I need something on it, blah blah blah.
What if I
then
didn't
yeah.
win this tournament?
Huh?
That's what I'm thinking. What if I didn't win this tournament?
Then we still grinding.
No, I'm still grinding, trying to win these tournaments.
What you mean?
And that's why you're gonna sign
I'm
up for
trying to
everything.
keep this house afloat by working every day.
You
just
ain't
happen to
got
do
no
your
job.
job.
Anyway.
14.
You were
That's
gonna
your
do that
job.
You're
You were gonna
14.
do
It's not
that
my job
anyway.
to have the Wi-Fi on.
Let's let the most. I just the most mature here.
It
What would
probably
you do?
is.
Look,
I can't.
I mean, maybe now during the
know what that
pandemic, because I gotta have
No,
Wi-Fi and
no,
you gotta have
this-
schoolwork.
That's
You-
that's
you-
why
you
my
have-
situation.
I've had
You're not
luxury.
controlling all
you have a couple of situations.
But you didn't put. Hold on, real quick. But you didn't put that. You didn't put that Wi-Fi on for me to play the game. You
But
want that
I
Wi-Fi?
know, but you're
in
telling me no, and you're saying this is yours because you work from because of this and that. Well, I'm letting you know because you have this and that is because I do this and this. So therefore, the only way you have that is because of this.
Because you pay the bill that you signed up for. Because you pay the bill that you signed up for.
And I give you the system that allowed you to be.
What if
great
what if I
on.
bought my system? What if I bought my system?
That's then you can talk about you buying your system.
Okay. Look,
Where you
okay,
get the money from?
okay, look, I got the
Money
80.
from?
I got the
Did
80
you work?
grand
Did
down.
you work around my house? Did you do work around something?
What if
did you
I
take out
what
my
if,
trash?
what if I got on my grind? What if I went out? I got on my Gary V. I went out to the yard sales and I bought shit and I flipped it and I got my money up and I bought my Xbox and I got dope on my own. I bought my Xbox. I spent
got
my
your own
time,
bank account.
all of that, and I
Yeah,
spent
that's
my
fine.
time
That's
grinding
your
to
money.
get good at this, and I win this tournament and get 80 grand. Now what?
Then that's your money, bro.
And what I would
Okay.
say.
Then that's your money.
What I would say that. What I would say that.
Tournament on my own.
But what
Exactly.
happened to your whole thing about my Wi-Fi and I pay for the Wi-Fi and all of that? That's why I'm asking that.
That's what. Oh shit. See, the thing's empty. But that's what I'm saying. So now you're gonna. Okay. So now what's gonna
That's why you
happen
shove
is.
your liquor, kids.
So now what's gonna happen is now that you're gonna have that, and you're gonna tell me no on trying to have something that helps everybody for the family because you chose to take that route. Then guess what? Now here's your Wi-Fi bill.
I don't
So
think.
then,
I don't.
so
think,
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you no because you chose to turn down. Because you chose to.
No.
No.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The reason why I went that route
Go
is
ahead.
because what I came to you with is a proposition and to help something for the family. It wasn't for just me and my beneficial gain. What I had was something for family, which I would do as a man. So what I'm trying to teach my son is, look, if you're in my position and you had this situation and you won this, look, this is what I would do. You could say no. It's your own personal thing.
That's what
You
you
could
should
say
do.
no because that's just in your name.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's your own personal
Oh,
thing.
okay. That's
Because look,
different.
now,
That's
if you
different than
tell
what we
me
were saying
no,
earlier, though.
because we didn't take that route. He was talking about Bow Wow and Million, so the whole subject, it blew up kind of fast. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when my stance on it, if you want to tell me no, then okay, then look, this is how I have to handle the situation, no, because you're grown now with your 80K. Because my 80K
Whoa.
looks different because I'm going my 80K splits 6 ways. If you need 20 for your sports, you need 20, and all my kids.
But
not saying
yours
yours are.
split 6 ways because of decisions you made in your life.
Exactly. So now let me
I didn't
tell you
make those decisions.
You didn't, but look what you inherited though, as being my heir. And this is how I grew up.
Hold on, I inherited. Hold on.
Nigga, so look.
I'm
So look,
like
look,
this.
I
if you're
inherited
dead-
bills.
A
I inherited bills.
14.
If I'm sorry, but if that happens, it happens all the
People
time.
inherit debt.
Dead all the time.
But
That don't mean it's okay.
It doesn't, and I'm just saying if that's the
You're
situation.
right.
I'm not saying that's the situation I would love to put my.
That's what it
I'm
sounds
saying if
Let's
if
be
that's
real.
what happened.
Morally, the kids should
that's what
definitely do it.
happens.
Like,
Look,
the kids should definitely do it
I'm
morally.
talking about if that's what happens, bro.
I'm putting myself
talking
in
about
that
forcing
kid's
kids.
shoes.
And I asked him if
When
he
I cut
said
my
no, I
guy
gave him
Isaac
his
off
right
and
to
he
run
gets to
out.
talking
I'm
like
gonna look at
5
him strange
minutes.
if he doesn't say yes. Straight up. I'm gonna look at him strange like, bro, what's wrong with you, little nigga? Like, hold on, you're not gonna just help your
So
family
you
out.
don't notice none of this that's going
Come on.
on?
It's not like we're asking for all your bread. We're gonna put most of it away from you, but we definitely putting down for this crib, bro. It benefits everybody. And when I pass, it's gonna be yours anyways. What's the big deal? Come on. And if he says no, I'm like,
What's the
all
big
right,
deal? The big deal is you're telling me what to do with my 80K.
Bruh, come on, man.
That's the big deal.
You're helping the family out, bro.
this is
We're not
how-
asking
this
for
is how-
cars and jewelry here.
I'm
I'm
not
helping
asking the
family
kid
out.
to be the.
I'm not asking for the savior, bro,
Yeah.
to come
No,
through.
we're not
I'm
talking
not asking you to
about
hold
80K
fuck the
not a
whole.
savior.
I'm not putting
I'm
my
not
day job here. We're talking about you helping the family out and getting us a bigger spot. That's all we're really talking about. When it comes to 80K, that's not a
We're
huge
not a
amount of
bigger,
money.
something that just
You put
benefits us as a whole.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Not
I
as-
feel
not-
the type of way my kid was like, yo, I'm not going to help the family, dad. I'm going to hold this 80K, even though I can't do nothing with it until I'm 18. Come on, man.
And that's,
Come on, man.
and this is what I'm saying is that the circumstances matter, because if you're saying this and you own your own home and you're well off, then of course, you know what I'm saying, little nigga, do what you want, you know what I'm saying. But if you're in a situation to where, you know what I mean, like you guys aren't well off, you're maybe living paycheck to paycheck because you have kids. Yes, it's not fair to your kid because you're telling them, you know what I mean, yes, you did win this, but you know what I'm saying.
You're putting that burden on them.
No,
it's
It's not really a burden, bro.
It is.
He didn't work. He didn't really
listen.
No, don't say you didn't work. It's a lesson of responsibility.
No, listen. Because
It's not a salary we're talking
Hold
about.
on, big brother.
but watch. It'll come full circle. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, and I have to pay, and I have to save, you know what I'm saying, to pay for you to go wherever we need to go, because it's usually not in the city you live in. So you usually have to pay for the flight, and that's for two. You usually have to pay for a hotel room for however many days, because it is a tournament, and then just for you to win. How many times did we do this and you didn't win? That matters, bro. That matters because everyone in this room has been in a situation to where it's like, you know what, bro? Like, I know what my parents did for me, so if I ever made it, this is what I want to do for them. I want to do for them. And if it's a 15-year-old and you sit the niggas and you sit him down and you tell him like, look, you've been to 3 or 4 tournaments. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And it's not really, and that's what I'm saying. It really shouldn't be about the money. It should be about the family. You know what I'm saying? You're able to provide this for all of us. We can get a house and still have money for you left over to do whatever the hell you want to do with. But if you can help us with the down payment, and me and your mom is still doing what we need to do to keep the roof over our head and to pay for your tournaments, you know what I mean, for you to still go to wherever you want to go, I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, I respect that.
In all honesty, a 15-year-old kid is at that point in time to where he knows what stress is and what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like
what if he says, hey, I'll get you back for them tournaments, you right. I'll get you back.
I look at him tough away, like, bro. Like, I'll be like, I raised a whack little nigga. How I feel is I did something wrong as a parent.
That's what I'm saying. I would root you.
That's how I raised somebody.
Only because as a dad, that's not what you would do.
Yeah, if my kid came at me like that, bro. If my kid came at me like that and said that, I'm like, damn, I really raised a selfish little mother.
I love you, but you
should have more kids or something else.
You know what I'm saying? No,
I'm like, you know what?
But
to me, it doesn't even have to do with that. It has to do the whole point of, nigga, like everyone in here knows. When you was in high school, you knew your situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If your parents had it, you had it. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't, they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're only able to get a certain amount of shoes because, you know what I mean, like your parents didn't have it, then you know that. So if you know that you can help better all of our situation, then you should do so.
Yeah, more
just out of the respect. Out of the respect.
At the age of 12,
and everyone in this room,
7,000.
and everyone in this room would be able to make that decision. I know you would do the same thing. I know you would. There's none of you in this room would tell me with that money you'd be like, nah, you know what, man? I'm keeping it all to myself, bro. I'm gonna just blow it all. There's no way.
Even if you don't blow it up, still like,
there's no way.
I'm not saying that, and this is kind of this is more mature of a conversation that we had before the cameras was on. Because niggas was talking about getting that bread and doing some things with it, and that was their kids' money. Yeah. That's what I was speaking to.
Them things is what I was talking about.
That's what I was speaking to.
And that's why I made it clear on what I would do. That's me. But I wasn't a part of that conversation. I didn't say that.
We definitely was true.
I didn't say that.
I was definitely saying we gonna put the money.
But I'm saying that's what I was speaking to.
I feel that.
About your kid coming up on 80 racks and you grabbing the majority of your kid's money and doing what you need to do with it.
What you see fit with.
And they earn that money. That's what I was speaking to.
I don't think we were saying that. I think we was trying to say like we would control it. Like we wouldn't allow him to be the one to make the decision with that money. That's what I was saying.
I was saying not control it because I would like we were saying. I was saying on the aspect of where I grew up from. I'm gonna already be aware of knowing of the family situation. So if it need be that mom needs a new car, then that's what the money would go to. If it would be that we needed a house, that's what it would go to. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take this and buy, and I'm not gonna up my J collection.
Yeah, we're not
talking.
But again, I think the conversation we were having earlier was from the fact that my kid made that money.
Yeah.
Before there's ever a conversation, we have needs, and that money is gonna take care of these needs. No conversation.
Before having a conversation with them, Am
I wrong, or is that not kind of the conversation we were having?
That's not what I said. Because
I feel the same way on that. I feel the same way. Like that's kind of how.
Yeah, because I remember saying that instinctively when I
not that anyone said that. Not that anyone said that verbatim, but that was the vibe of the conversation. Like nigga, you're my kid. You made 80 racks. This is what's gonna happen with this money. That was the vibe of the conversation earlier.
That was the vibe of the
conversation. Okay, and that's what I was speaking to. And that's what I was speaking.
I'm talking about.
I remember saying piece of the pie we talking about.
I was saying I control the money. I'm not going front.
I'm talking about, and I'm talking directly.
As long as I know I'm not tripping.
I'm talking directly against what Dora's talking about. Like I said, there's a certain amount of this. Like they win something like that. A minor's not even in control of. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're 15 years old. Whose bank accounts is going in? Do they already have one? You know what I'm saying? Well-off families, the 15-year-old, he been had a bank account. But the communities we come from, when you get your first bank account?
A little late.
And again,
that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to have to hold this. But how this gets spent is yours. And if you don't think that we need to fix the roof, or do whatever, this is your money. And I'm not going to feel no way about that. Because this is your money. I was going to have to figure out how I was going to get the roof fixed anyway.
And that's why I disagree.
You can have a bank account before you're 18.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
they say. But I think where me and Steph disagrees where he feel like he wouldn't feel type of way if the kid says no. I feel type of way like, bro, like we're not doing well right now. You should definitely want to help the family. Now I understand why you wouldn't. I understand.
Look, and that's why what Jesse was talking earlier. That's why, like, well, when we first brought this conversation up on Mike, that's why I was like, so, are you, like, where's the, how do I want to put this? Because I don't want to say control, because we've been using that a lot, but,
dictate.
Like, who's making the decisions on how this gets spent? Because that's also teaching a lesson. If you just say, look, we got needs, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to feel away if you don't do this, then that's telling me that I don't really have a decision on my money. Because I got to think about what your feelings are going to be. Are you going to treat me different? Are you going to look at me different? Because I didn't decide this money should get spent how you thought it should get spent.
Well,
I think that you should have been got the roof fixed.
History of relationship things. You know what I mean? A kid that just comes in this money for the first time, and a dad, you know what I mean, presenting this stuff, talking to him, he's not going to be like, oh, Mo, my dad's going to look at me sideways if I tell him no. You know what I mean?
I have
for the
way
first
less
time.
money.
To be honest,
I don't feel like that if a kid keeps telling them no when they ask them stuff.
To be honest, I look at a situation like that, like, and please don't take this the wrong way, like Steph. Like, Steph's always been like, my nigga, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
Think about Steph as a teenager. He come into 80 racks. We could all easily, him telling my dad and my mom, this is my money. I'm going to do what I want with this.
And I'm going to get a new car.
This is mine.
And that's it.
Am I wrong?
No.
You're not
wrong.
Before you say what you're going to get, could we all see Steph telling my mom and dad, I made this money. I'm going to do what I want with it.
Facts.
Now, we all think Steph is considerate enough and caring enough of his family to handle things. But we could all see a world where Steph is like, nah, this is my 80 bands and I'm going to do what I want. It's my decision to handle those bills.
Enough to handle
if I want to.
I'm not going to fix the roof right now. Wait on it. Let me make a little bit of money off of this.
You think your parents would feel what type of way?
My dad would, my mom would.
Your dad would.
Yeah, I think he would.
Because he's going to be looking at it like, this is my oldest son. And me and him have got into it over money before because we just don't.
And that goes to Isaac's point. I'm guaranteed my dad would be like, what like...
What is his problem?
Like, what? This nigga's the oldest. He knows what we're going through. He don't want to put nothing on that? Of course, as a dad, you're going to look at it like that. I see both sides, but all I'm saying is I see both sides. Is all.
And I can see myself...
Yeah, for sure.
I can see myself telling them that and 2 months later being like...
And to go further with that, I'm sorry, Jesse.
Just so you know,
but to go further with that,
I'm spending this money.
Oh,
Just so you know.
Well, see,
I'm spending this money. Go get the roof fixed.
to wait 2 weeks later, 2 months later.
Go get the roof fixed.
Because in that relationship though, that's a relationship. Because
That's a
you
relationship,
feel
not
like
that.
you feel like you need to hold off just to show a point.
done,
Like,
yeah.
hey, this is what I want to do with this because this
Yeah,
is
I
what
wouldn't
I
wait.
had.
So you're not
I wouldn't wait.
So you're not running up on me
And that's-
asking for
and,
stuff.
and that's what I'm saying. And that's between you and your dad and your relationship.
I'm
You
not
feel what I'm
waiting.
saying? What I'm saying is that if you didn't feel that way and you didn't feel that way towards him, then you probably would give him that in the beginning. But because you feel like you know what he's going to say and you know how he's going to react and you already know what he's going to tell you what you should do with it, you're going to react a certain way.
I don't want to be bombarded with favors. So I'm gonna say hard no coming out. Hard no coming out. So everybody knows. Don't ask.
You throwing jabs that early?
Don't ask him. Don't ask him.
For that same check that's signed in his name.
Don't ask him. He's
No,
gonna
that's
say
your
no.
dad's name.
And then
Because he's under 18.
And then I understand what we have to do, Dad. You were on my back like I had to do it. Understand I don't. I'm doing this because the family needs it. The weight of this ain't on me. I'm just able to supply the need right now. This ain't on me. It ain't my job to do this. And like me and my dad have gotten into it over what I do with my money before, and I had to tell him, what do you care? Well, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, and if I don't, nothing? So what are you stressing over? What are you on my back about? You see me spend $100, you're assuming I'm broke. If I saw you spend $100, I would assume that you got $100 to spend. Why are you assuming I'm broke? What are you talking about? Were you gonna get the roof fixed, or were you hoping that I was gonna get this? What are you talking about?
That's going off a lot of assumptions.
You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said control. You control how this money's spent. And yeah, we do need things and stuff like that. But this is your money. Don't nobody in here want nobody telling what to do with none of this shit.
And I think that was my whole point.
Nobody.
I think that was my whole
feel
point.
offended by
what you want.
Is
telling you what you gonna do with your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, at that time, I wouldn't have I would have told my mom, okay.
I think they're doing the best for me in the family. That's it.
And especially if she told me, this is how much you're gonna get because you did work and earn this, and nobody could ever touch this and take this away from you. But our family needs this, and in order to get to on a level to where we sustain, son, I need you to put this. She might not even have to say it like
so
that.
is that the same? I mean,
Life or death and changing your family situation is different.
This is super far fetched. But say you got a TJ Henderson. You got a smart guy, right? Mm-hmm. This nigga land a job where he make $80K a year. Is it the same situation? Like your income is gonna be going towards what we got going on.
He's still that same age.
Well, let's take it a step up, cause let's take it a step up because like the smart guy, that's 1 in a billion. You know what I'm saying? Let's go like it's
Niggas,
still
so
I mean, we're talking about the paycheck though.
Okay.
We're talking about just the paycheck.
Well, no,
like
but
now that
that's
80K is split down to every 2 weeks.
But 80K in a year ain't a lot of money. That ain't like, oh, you can start doing stuff. That's why when we talked about Bow Wow and stuff before, I was like,
that 80K a year is life changing for all of our households growing up. 80K is life changing for all of our households growing up.
13 years old, bringing in 80K
a year, bro. Most couples don't bring in 80K themselves, bro. That's a lot of money.
80K is not changing life. It might change your circumstance.
That's
like mom and dad might be able to buy a new car.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. 80K a year?
Yeah.
We're not saying that's a lot of money, bro. He's talking about
Stop.
Your house had 80K in it.
Time out. There's no fucking way you can say 80K in a year on top of what you and your wife makes already isn't life changing. That's fucking crazy.
It's 80K a year.
That's crazy.
No, it's 80K a year. It's what?
Steph, no.
I know, but
that's your income already.
But
that's a lot of bread.
You talking about what it is after taxes?
No, I'm talking about what it is a month. 80
80
bands over 12 months. What is that a month?
That's about
that
4
is
bands.
not life changing.
What's about like 5 bands? 6
bands? Extra $4,000 in your household.
The fridge
would have been full. The fridge would have been full them extra 2 weeks when it was low at our house.
Extra 6 bands, you can afford 2 cribs.
Yeah, and now mom and dad get that second car that they needed earlier.
Steph,
Bro,
That's what it is.
Y'all-
Any
y'all moving
any
to
household,
Carlsbad.
if you
Plus
inject
4,000.
any household,
We're
any household, aside from the 1%, any
Derek's
household,
gonna
if
be
you
a Carlsbad
inject
kid.
$6,000 a month,
Steph.
it changes the.
Steph,
It
you make
changes what
2K
they
a
do.
month, right? Your wife make 2K a month. Y'all make 8K, 4K a month. You add another 6K. Y'all making 10K a month. Nigga, that's life changing. That's easily life changing. You're moving out. You might
moving out.
You're definitely investing. You're investing now. You can buy more stocks with 10K.
Moving out, bro.
Come on, bro. You're starting a portfolio with 10K.
No, Dork.
hey,
You're taking the amount and saying now you're spreading that over all your bills. Like, look. I'll put it like this: my parents work paycheck to paycheck most of our lives, bro. Them getting an extra 6 bands a year would have made sure. Yes, a month, 80 bands a year would have made sure that they got life insurance earlier. They bought the second car. They had the car note. Maybe they're caught up on their bills. Maybe they get out of debt.
That's extremely life changing. Extremely life changing.
But this is what I'm saying. The money gets spent. It's not on hand. You don't have to go do all those other
Nobody
things.
said it was on hand.
No,
We're saying
this is
life-changing.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Okay, you guys are right. If you get out of debt and you pay all the bills, all of that is life changing. I'm saying you might buy another car, but you got a car note. You might go and get another house, but you gotta pay on the new house. Like
$200 a month.
I got
what?
I got
500,
600
600.
I got one thing.
saying.
I got one
What
thing.
type
To
of car
say.
you
I
getting?
got one thing to say, and I'll leave it
6,000
alone. No.
extra $6,000
I got one thing to say,
a month
and
ain't
I'll leave it
life-changing,
alone.
Yeah,
If
we
you
gotta change topic. We gotta change topic too.
if you make 80,000 extra, and you don't use any of that to buy a house, and you don't have one, there's a fucking problem. There's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
even if that person's 15 years old.
My cousin said one person makes 80 don't get a house.
Yes, bro.
Y'all got a lot of expectations on the
That's
50 year
different,
old.
bro.
Y'all got a lot of expectations on the 50 year old. Use all your money to change our lives.
We didn't say all of it.
That's what 80.
No, this.
What are you guys talking about?
This-
$80,000 is
I
the
make
life change. It's
10K.
not the $6,000 a month.
Me,
You have to
myself,
have
my
the
wife,
80.
Steph,
You have to have the
I'm
80.
saying-
Me, myself, and my wife
I'm
make
happy talking about
I'm
it.
saying I'm saying $80,000 in 1 year. In 1 year, what you pay in rent today, you can put that towards a mortgage. So if let's say you have a kid, right, and he's able to make $80,000 a year, and he loves this, and this is what he loves to do. He doesn't see it as work. He sees it as something that he loves to do. We're gonna get this, and then everything else is gonna be put away for this nigga to go to school and to do whatever he wants with. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that is going to happen.
But
And what I'm saying is, yes, you're right. It's not life changing, but it will put me in a house.
You don't make
this
80
year,
grand a year and then you
this
go
year.
and buy a house.
No,
You do.
You get 80. No, you make 80 grand a year and then you save up for years.
No.
On that 80 grand that you make
Bro.
as your
Okay, we're not saying
and then you buy a house.
Yeah.
You don't make 80 grand in 1 year and buy a
We're
house.
talking about this 80 grand a year as like extra income though.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You get 6,000 a month.
So you're saving it.
Yes,
to put
yes.
a down payment. Not even you own
So it doesn't matter what.
20,000.
You're
You're talking about what? 3 months? 4 months?
I said
Having the
control.
strategic, having the kids.
I'm
bringing in money.
saying control. If he doesn't want to do that, then it's not gonna happen.
Speaking of having control, how y'all feel about NBA players being able to shut players down that they want to trade, but then if a player wants to trade and he want to shut it down, then they feel away. How y'all feel about
You
that?
talking about the Draymond speech?
It's a two-way
The
street.
Draymond thing, of course, with Blake and Andre Drummond and all of that.
It's a two-way street. It's
Depends on whose side. Like, who are you a corporate guy that works in the front office? You definitely feel like, let me protect my asset. I'm gonna sit this dude.
Get close to the mic.
I'm definitely gonna sit this dude. Like, let's say if I'm the GM of the Cavs, I'm not gonna play Andre Drummond. He might get hurt, bro. If he get hurt, I'm done for. I gotta pay this dude, and I can't even trade him because if he gets hurt, I can't trade him.
But if
you
you're,
gotta pay him.
but okay, that's fine though. But if you're the owner of the Cavs and Andre Drummond is like, I don't want to play here no more. Y'all need to trade me. I'm not playing until y'all trade me. Are you upset about that?
Kind of, but I get the business. I'm gonna get the best deal out of this, bro. I'm gonna sit you as long as I have to until I get the best deal out of this. This is my team. At the end of the day, I want to win for the future. I want to win now. And if I can't win with you, I'm not gonna just let you walk because it makes you feel better. I don't care about that.
That's you. These owners don't have.
But let's say if I'm a player, I feel the opposite. If I'm a player, let me go then. Like, but at the same time, I get what the owners are talking about. It's a business, bro.
That's why
I'm investing millions.
that's why I said it's a two-way street. Draymond has to understand He's 100% right. And the media coverage, I think is what he was talking to, should change. The media coverage, when a player asks for a trade, he shouldn't be demonized for
which
doing
is controlled by the teams.
Partly. Yeah.
Partly.
Jalen Rose will tell you about that.
They make people look bad.
Yeah. No, they make people look bad, but then how hard is it to make James Harden look bad? He went about it all wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to do
That's
all
his fault, personally.
No, and
I don't think, but see, for me,
But that's why I say it's a
I don't
two-way
think anyone outside of New Orleans or anyone outside of Houston would say that AD or James Harden went about that wrong.
What?
Who?
The people in Houston, I heard
No,
that.
I felt Stefan.
Who says that?
Everybody in the media, nobody agreed with what James Harden was doing.
No, they don't.
Nobody.
Wait, Mike, you
That's
said
what
the
I'm
city.
saying. That's what I'm saying in the
Just
media.
because,
I'm talking about
someone
like
doesn't agree
The
with
city?
it, just because someone doesn't agree with it, that's their opinion.
Isaac, there's a right and a wrong way to do everything. You're allowed to do whatever you
I feel
want
like he
to do.
should
You're
have.
grown.
I feel like he should have, and I feel like he did what he had to do to get up out. And how
Didn't he shoot like over what?
But that's not what we're talking
He
about.
didn't.
He was applying pressure.
He wanted to leave now, and the way
Yeah.
I'm going to get you to leave,
I'm gonna talk to
you
this
leave me
media.
now, or me to go now is
by doing what I'm doing now.
Then players, that's why I say it's a two-way street. You cannot act like that and then be crying because people demonize you. You can't do it.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. But when
Who
you don't,
does that,
when you don't
though?
get what
Who's
you
been
want,
doing that?
then
James Harden's been apologizing since he got to Brooklyn. Why would you act like that and then start apologizing?
I think because that's how I think that apology is genuine.
I think
And it might be, but why act like this if you feel like that about
Because he
these
wanted
people?
to
Because you
go
have to
right
do
now.
what you have to do.
He
There's
don't
no
wanna
other
wait till
way.
All-Star
You don't have to know. No, they were working on trading him. It didn't happen as fast as he wanted it to.
Nah,
and
still.
we
If
see
he
what
wasn't
happens.
that aggressive,
And
they
we
would've
see
did
what
that
happens
to
when
him
it
just
doesn't.
to
When
get
it,
Nah.
He
we
had
see
to
what
apply that
happens
pressure to get where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
When he wanted to go.
When he wanted to get
It's
there.
a two-way street. The players gotta collectively bargain for more power when they want trades, if that's what they want. Because we're sitting over here, we're gonna justify James Harden because we feel like he did what he wanted to do. That's the wrong way to do business.
You
Nobody
think
does
he was
business
wrong?
like that.
You think he was
Nobody
wrong?
does business like
You
that.
think he was wrong for doing what he did?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't
Why?
think-
Because it affected more than just him. And you can say, I don't care about that, and you can not care. But it did affect more people than just you. And you don't have to care. You don't have to. That doesn't change the facts. That doesn't change the facts. There's players on that team. PJ Tucker rode for you, bro. He thought he was going to get re-upped here. He thought he was going to financially be able to secure his family because he was fucking with you. And then you fucked up the situation. And now he don't got an extension and his career is up in the air at the end of the season.
If I'm James Harden, I made PJ Tucker millions.
No, you didn't. I was already signed. My contract was already signed. I came here on contract. And now my contract is up. And you blew up the team, motherfucker. We was just passing you the ball. We let you do every fucking thing. We didn't complain about it.
This nigga Steph is passionate. So I have to do what I have to move around the league and make decisions about my life and my career and my family based on my
No,
team
you don't
and
have to
what
talk
they
shit
got
about me when you want to go. You don't have to say that none of these players are good and we don't have anything here and I can't win. You don't have to do that.
going on.
That
Did he say-
affects
did he
me.
say- Did he say none of these players are good?
Yes.
He did, and let me know, and let me know, and let
Those
me
are his
know.
words? That's what he said?
And
He
let
said
me
we
know-
have nothing here.
And let it be known.
That's what he said. We have nothing here.
And let it be known, I would have done the same thing if I wanted to get up out, and I wasn't getting.
That's why I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I was gonna-
It's what he
I-
played.
I understand the strategy, but it is wrong.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
So
it.
I gotta do what I gotta do for me and my wife and my kids and my mom and my dad, or for my teammates and what they got
That's not
going
what
on.
it is, Mike.
That
It's
is
not-
what it is.
No, it's not.
Okay,
no, it's
what
not.
is
He's doing the best with
What
him.
is it?
And this is
What is it?
I'm gonna explain.
That's what I'm asking.
This is what it is. James Harden, you're going to where you want to go. This isn't your career. This isn't what you're gonna get paid moving forward. This isn't that. This isn't you having to do this to support your family. PJ Tucker situation? Eric Gordon's situation? The coach that just got hired situation? It is theirs. It is theirs. My checks, how I get them now, may stop because you blew this up, and I'm not you.
I'm not
You
making.
don't have to
I'm
care.
not
You don't have to
making
care, but that's
decisions
why
in
there's
my
a right and
career.
wrong way.
I'm not making decisions in my career based on niggas that I just
Mike,
met
he
2 to
could
3
want
years
to.
ago.
Look, this
I'm
is what
not
I'm
doing
saying.
it.
This is what I'm saying, and I'm not asking James Harden to do that.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm asking in your execution to not shit on everybody that's been holding you down. Be clear. Everybody in Houston did everything. James, did they not?
So how else
They
would
did
you go
everything.
about it? How else would you go about it?
James
You
Harden
wanted
could
to
say,
have
James Harden could say, I'm not taking the court. He
He's not
doesn't have
taking
to.
his money.
He doesn't have
But
to
then-
trash the
but-
people
but-
there.
But then you lose money that way.
He showed up to camp late. He already lost money.
But
he decided he was going to lose money.
And that's
on
why
this.
he started playing because he didn't want to continue.
But he chose to lose money on this.
And he lost money and didn't want to lose
money. What I'm saying.
money.
But what does dragging the team through it have to do with that? You made the decision to lose some money. You made the decision to come back. Why do you got to drag me through this?
Because I don't want to lose money no more.
So PJ Tucker, okay, cool. And that's
what it is.
No. He could come back. I'm talking about the effect it had on the other people. You guys are all talking about James Harden and his feelings. I'm asking you to go one step beyond that.
I'm not talking about feelings at all.
You're talking about what he wants to get done and the time he wants it to get done in. Those are that's his feelings.
No, it's not. Those aren't feelings.
Mike, he requested a trade.
Those aren't feelings.
Mike,
those are not feelings.
I'm explaining how it is. He said, I want to get traded. They said, we're working on the trade. He said, I want to get traded now. They said, we're working on the trade. He said, I'm going to act the ass. What is that? That's not how he feels? I don't want to get traded right now or else.
Continue because...
Continue with what? That's what happened.
Because the organization... No, because the organization...
And that's why he came back.
No, because the organization did come out and say, well, we're going to make it real uncomfortable then. Or we can make it real uncomfortable.
They said we're ready to be uncomfortable. Don't play games. Don't play games. They said we're ready to be uncomfortable. When he said I can make it uncomfortable.
So okay. telling the player to take the team at their word, and just rock with what they saying. Nah, he good.
So then at that point in time, you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to get out. Hey, PJ Tucker, keep making those shots, bro. Keep making those shots. You trying to get paid, right?
You still gotta play defense without me.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. If you want to get paid, bro, keep doing what you're doing. I'm out. They got rid of the only person that I believed here, which was the GM, and that's why I'm upset, bro. I'm out.
But you know that's not how it works. You know that's not how it works. And that's why I said you have to. And that's why when you're talking about before, I was like, you have to play this game and make this dance. Because you know that's not how it works. It's not just, PJ, keep making shots. It's not just that. Once James Harden says we have nothing here, everybody else on this team is looked at as less. You're worth less. The team is less likely to keep you because now we're going to blow this team up.
That's not true.
That is true. That is how it works in every NBA situation.
So you think
name a situation where it didn't happen like that.
Do you think all the teams around the league believe that there was nothing on that team, or do you think they believe that James Harden was saying and doing what he needed to do to get to where he needed to get to?
I believe they could use that as leverage against every player that was on that team, and that's how it works.
I think the film speaks facts, bro. They're not gonna be able to be like, look,
what?
PJ Tucker, you ain't nothing because James Harden said you ain't nothing.
Wait,
you ain't gonna go to the camera and watch you play against KD. Yeah, that really matters. It matters more than what James Harden says.
Then why Danny Green not still a Laker? Because they won a championship.
Because of money.
Because LeBron didn't want there.
Because of money.
Because
we couldn't pay him for what he does.
Because Danny Green.
But not because LeBron said he couldn't play.
I know. Because Danny Green could say, I'm a champion. I want to get paid this much. And they're saying, you're not that much here. You're not worth that here.
Who do you want? Danny Green or...
It's not about that.
Struder.
It's not about that.
Who do you want?
It's not about that, bro.
Struder or Danny Green?
It's not about that.
Who do you want?
Struder.
Okay. That's why he's not there.
It's not about that.
It's not about that, though.
That's why
it's not about that. And if that's what you think it's about, we have nothing to talk about. Because if you think the NBA is just based on you're worth this, you get this. It's about what you can negotiate. It's about your situation and what has happened to you. If PJ Tucker is on a playoff team, he's worth more.
So what you're saying is you think what James Harden said about his teammates is going to hurt all of them in their future negotiations.
Some of them. Not PJ Tucker though.
Yeah, PJ
Not
Tucker.
just PJ Tucker. He's still valuable to almost every team in the league.
No.
PJ Tucker is different.
Why did Houston read him up?
Your numbers.
Why hasn't Houston read him up?
Your numbers dictate your value.
Eric Gordon? Is it different for him?
Yes. Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker are pieces to a playoff team, bro. We're talking about the Daniel Houses of the world.
Then if it's different for them, don't they feel away about
what James
Harden's doing?
Yeah, because they feel disrespected by what he said and did.
Because it affects them.
No, and because they know if he were to stay here, they know if he were to stay here and try, that they would still be a good team.
No, that they would get contracts. They don't care about being a good team.
Bro,
PJ Tucker doesn't care about being a good team.
Only 4
he
or
wants
5
to get a
guys
contract. He wants to get the biggest contract possible. And if I'm on a playoff team...
That's an assumption, though.
I think PJ Tucker is
That's every player.
I think
that's every player in the NBA.
But he's proven already that he can do that.
Every player in the league doesn't
No, he was on a small
Every
team
player in the league doesn't just want a
contract. And he proved that he can play 5 in the 4 already.
Every player in the league wants the biggest contract possible.
Yeah.
And they don't want anything that's going to affect their value.
Well, that's not true either because players also take pay cuts to do things so their team can do things.
Not PJ Tucker.
So everybody does it.
Not PJ Tuckers and Eric Gordon.
Okay, I'm speaking to your point about everybody wants the contract. That isn't true. These niggas weren't upset about what James Harden said because it's gonna hurt them in negotiations or it's gonna dictate what their future contract says. They were upset because what he said was disrespectful to them as hoopers, to them and their game, and because they know if he were to stay here and actually try, they would be a good team. James Harden said what he said because he knows that he ain't gonna win a championship here, and if he goes to Brooklyn, he's gonna more than likely play in the finals. Right. Them niggas didn't get upset because what he said is gonna mess up their future negotiations. I don't believe that one second.
DeMarcus Cousins said at some point you gotta just stop disrespecting players.
And that
he didn't have to do that.
That didn't have anything to do with his contract negotiations.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
That has anything to do with his contract negotiations,
this is just,
bro.
Nobody will be able to just.
They weren't upset because those words had anything to do with their negotiations in contract. Not at all.
If that's what you think, like, Mike, why do players not want to be stigmatized by the team they're on? Because it affects their negotiating power with the other teams.
The team saying that.
Mike, the team's not going to re-sign him. Nah, what? That is the business of the NBA. That's not negotiable. That's not me pulling this out of air. That is the business of the NBA. You are not what your stats say. You are what you can negotiate. If I win a championship with 2 points a game, I am worth more than averaging 5 points on a bad team. That is a fact.
And James Harden saying I'm not good enough is not going to hinder my negotiations.
Yes, it does. Who you are, because this team was in the conference finals last year.
Depends on who you are,
this team was in the conference finals with James Harden on it, and now he says these guys aren't good enough.
But I think it's a case.
Why would I sign PJ Tucker to a $85 million contract if I don't think he's a playoff player?
It's a case.
Now he goes from 85 to 55.
Yeah, no facts.
That matters to PJ Tucker.
It does.
That matters. And James Harden talking about me does change my value in the NBA. And that is not a negotiation. That is not conjecture. That is not something that's a myth. That is a fact, bro.
That's how the league works.
LeBron says, I don't want X, Y, and Z. They get traded, bruh. Star players have that power in the NBA. If LeBron James wanted Kuzma gone, he'd be gone no matter what his stats say. No matter what his stats say. Because these players have that power. And I'm going to re-sign them to make you comfortable. Now, if James Harden's here and we're winning and James Harden's happy, PJ Tucker gets a contract because we want to keep James happy. We want to keep this team winning. Yeah. Him talking shit on me? Nah, bro. And I don't think none of the players are in there mad because he wants to leave. I think they're mad because he affected them. Mm-hmm. He affected them. It might be small, it might be big, depending on who you are. But it did affect them. This wasn't just James Harden talking shit because he wants to get traded.
You have a right to be upset, and I have a right to do what I need to do to get up out.
Hey, look.
So you're upset. That's cool. You have the right. You know.
I hope you're not in a situation where talking shit on me will benefit you, because that's fucked up.
And that's the angle you go.
It's a cold game.
He was like, I'm talking
and you don't have to do it. And I don't think you would. And I don't think you would. I don't think you would do that to me.
They're not someone who I consider family.
So
when I'm
he didn't have to talk about Nick It Out.
He didn't.
I don't think he had to talk about Nick It Out.
He didn't have to talk about Nick It Out that week. It might happen a week later or the day before or the day after. But he didn't have to.
He had to make the situation uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
it was already uncomfortable. It was already uncomfortable. When you showed up in here fat, it was uncomfortable.
After that, he ended up getting traded 2 days later.
What?
Would you do what James Harden did?
I would ask for what he asked for.
What James Harden did, would you do that?
No, never.
All right.
Never in a million years.
No matter how bad situation you
want. Why?
Because it affects more than me. I don't have to shit on them to get traded. I could go wherever the fuck I want. I'm James Harden. This is not hard. LeBron wanted to go to LA. He went to LA. KD wanted to get out of Golden State.
Bro,
he left.
I don't think we have enough time left in the podcast. This is where a lot of our debates come from. So much of what you say contradicts other arguments and other points you make. You say because it affects other people, but in other situations you would do things or say things about people that would affect them and their situation. So you can't say that.
Okay, because it negatively affects them.
That's what I'm talking about. A negative effect.
What are
on
you
someone.
talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
There have been situations where we've talked about things, and you said you would say a negative thing about someone that would affect their situation. I don't know if we got the time to go into it, bro. We had 2:19 already.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got the time to go into it.
I gotta go soon.
I don't know if we got the time to go, but you said that. You said you would say things about people that would affect them in their situation to make your situation better, or because it's affecting you. You said you
if
would.
I'm on a basketball team and I want to get traded and I have ultimate power, I would not shit on people that I don't need to shit on in order to get out of that deal. In order to get out. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about James Harden playing basketball. He did not have to shit on John Wall, who's coming back from injury trying to get a new contract.
I do appreciate
for no
respect
reason.
the
Jesse, if I come to you and say, hey, bro, you know you my nigga, bro, but hey, I'm about to go here and say some ill shit. Because
that's not what James Harden did.
I'm asking Jesse. Jesse, if I came to you and I said this, bro, and I said, hey, I'm about to go here and say some ill shit because he's gonna get rid of me. I want to get traded. I'm gonna get the fuck about here.
And I'm PJ Tucker?
Well, if I came to you and I told you.
And you about to say, and you're telling, I'm about to say something about you.
Man, this is going to cost you millions.
No, I'm telling you.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
I'm telling you that I'm about to say some ill shit because I'm trying to get
about
traded.
me.
And it's going to cost you millions.
No, period. I didn't say your name. I just said, I'm telling you, I'm saying the team in general.
That's playing games.
I'm saying the team in
playing
general.
games.
I'm saying the team in general.
That's playing games.
So I'm saying
yes, it is, because we all know that it costs them money.
So Jesse, if I told you that, because
I
told you
that's what you got to do to leave the player. Do what you got to do, but
and that's what I'm
saying.
Because that's what.
But do you like it?
And that's what.
Do you like it?
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. But I'm a real nigga because I came up to you and I told you anyway.
And then you shit on me. I told you I'm gonna cost you millions. But I'm real.
Hey.
I'm gonna cost you millions, but hey, I'm your boy though.
Hey, good luck to you and yours, bro.
Hey,
good luck to you and yours, bro.
I actually heard a story. I actually read an article, not read, but I watched a video about that same thing happened to A-Rod and Derek Jeter. You know, they was the best of friends till Jeter blew up in New York. That's a different side.
Now, Jeter was already big when A-Rod got there. Like, A-Rod took the position.
I mean, the friendship when they came into the league, not on the same team. It's different. They ain't got shit to do with it. But yeah.
You can't separate. You can't separate that it costs you money and I'm doing what I gotta do. It is both.
But you shouldn't do that.
My decisions is not about you.
It is.
It's about it's
you can say that all you want. It is connected.
Bro,
you can't avoid that.
Right now today, if I make a decision in my life,
he doesn't have to care. But I cannot care. I cannot care and go hit somebody and run through a light. That don't change the fact that I ran through the light. I don't care what happens afterwards. I ran through the light.
I had to live with that. I had to go to.
And I know you're probably gonna say it's different. But when we were talking about Rob Pelinka and Magic Johnson, this nigga got Magic Johnson fired. That affects Magic. And you said you would do that. You would go around and tell everybody where Magic at. Magic ain't showing up to work. You said you would go and tell the boss that he's not coming to work. That directly affects Magic. That directly affects him. And you said you would. But James Harden can't say there's not enough here to get to another team?
No, Mike. And this is the difference.
Okay.
What Magic Johnson was doing affected Rob Pelinka. He was going to be blamed or have to take blame or share blame with Magic. I need Magic to fully do my job. And he's not here. Where is he? You know where he's at? Cause hey, don't come at me talking about what happened. Fucking Magic ain't here. That's the difference. PJ Tucker.
We not hear about this team.
PJ Tucker
0 and 23 from the 3-point line. Did we not hear about this team do that?
Like let's not talk about this like James Harden hasn't been in the big game and wet the bed.
Mike,
let's not talk about it.
What does that have to do with PJ Tucker?
So then we.
What does that have to do with PJ Tucker?
Because
you talking about James Harden came up short and now James Harden's shitting on me.
No,
I don't understand that.
No, because we were in a situation. I passed it to you in that corner that you like to shoot it from, and you missed like 3 or 4 of those.
And I missed about 7, 8 of them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But yet you didn't do what you were supposed to do to help me anyway.
But
right?
Ain't that? Did you say that before or after you asked me to understand you shitting on me? Did you say that before or after you asked me?
Hey, James
Hey,
Harden,
I'm gonna go. Hey, I'm about to go talk shit.
He really went up to one of his teammates and said, "Hey, I'm about to talk shit about."
No.
You're just throwing a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to
He
say,
because you don't know. Because you don't know.
Hey, I'll
But
be honest with y'all,
what I'm saying is a real nigga.
As much as we play basketball, should none of us be disrespecting the game of basketball and going out there and performing like that if that's not how you play the game? Let's just start there. Before we even get to the step of
I think that's got nothing to do with the business.
That's noble, and I will acknowledge
I'm
that.
never gonna go out.
If someone says that, I will acknowledge that.
I would
But
never
I'm not,
go out
when it's this
trying to
big
go
business and they got all these millions on the line, I'm not gonna.
I got a situation for you.
I don't want my
I got a situation for you.
You're gonna throw up air balls? You're gonna
No. Jesse. I got a situation for you. Jesse, I got a situation for you. What about my senior year, y'all junior year?
I wouldn't step on the court. Let's put it that way. I'm never gonna lace up my
during football
shoes.
practice.
Even on a
I was saying that this is bullshit.
Don't matter
I was saying
what
what they were doing was bullshit.
inside these lines.
I was saying that they wasn't giving us support. That's what I was saying. I was upset. But the only reason why I was there because you niggas was there and I didn't have nowhere else to go. So I'm like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? This nigga got me doing crazy routes that I'm not even trying to do. I'm like, nigga, I don't want to play on offense. I want to be on defense. I'm one of your best defenders.
I remember that.
What are you talking about, bro? Why am I over here catching a fucking football, my nigga?
That's not James Harden's situation.
But I'm.
He's not like, yo, why are you guys giving me the ball every play?
But no.
I'm a fucking all-star. I average 30. Why are you passing me the ball? Fucking stop. You make a shot. Like,
but I'm saying you guys knew how upset I was. You guys knew where I was.
But it didn't
you guys
affect
knew how,
us.
But that's what I'm saying. You knew
No,
how
but it
did. It did. When I had to run those double routes over and over again because he didn't like the way I was running them. Y'all niggas had to sit there and wait and watch me. Did that not happen?
Did
that not happen?
I'm not gonna hold.
And when I say, y'all gonna do it all day because I'm gonna be doing the same damn thing.
Because he said, I don't know what he's talking about.
Peterson, you're gonna be doing the same damn thing, bro. Because I'm gonna run it the same way. I'm not trying to be out.
But not at one time did you look at this and be like, I'm gonna just fall in my route. Not one time did you look at the ball and say, I'm just gonna slap it out the air.
Or you didn't say,
I'm just gonna fuck
them.
you.
They the reason I can't run this
these
route.
guys behind me in line. I'm not doing this, and I don't care what coach tells me. You got out there and you gave it 110% no matter how many times coach told you to get back on the line. And that's why nobody ever said nothing to you. Nobody gave you flag. So
y'all talking about his
no,
effort. Y'all talking about what he's doing to the other people on the team. His effort, he could have came to the team and not played and show he was going to dog it and do all of that and apply all that pressure and not said one word about the players and it would have had the same effect.
That affects his bottom line. Going out there and
that doesn't affect his bottom line. It don't.
I was talking to what Jesse said about not lacing up. That affects his bottom line. If I go out there and not perform, that hurts my brand. There's no other way.
No, there is another way. You're just not going to hurt your brand because you have the power to hurt mine.
So hurt my brand and do you a solid and hurt my brand.
I'm just saying, you guys are acting like this doesn't affect the other players. And
I'm
that's
not
why
saying that.
And that's why I said it's wrong. That's it. That's the bottom line. You don't have to hurt PJ Tucker's potential earnings for you to go to Brooklyn.
No, you don't.
You could have went to Brooklyn and not hurt Eric Gordon and Daniel House and all the niggas that was really holding you down. You remember all that defense you didn't play? They did that.
So go on somebody else's timeline, not mine. Not do what I want to do.
It's a minor inconvenience.
Okay.
It's a minor inconvenience.
So do it your way and not mine.
You're a superstar, bro. You get what you want in this league. I don't.
And remember, we seen what they did with AD. We seen what they did with AD.
They hella waited on it.
And that's why Draymond's
I'm not going to
point,
be him.
And that's why Draymond's point. That's where
him.
Draymond comes in, and his point is even stronger. Players are demonized when they ask for trades. That's a whole different story than how do you get out of town.
And that's what I'm saying.
If James Harden wouldn't have been demonized, if James Harden wouldn't have been demonized, or he didn't feel like he was going to be made to be the bad guy and do all of this stuff, maybe he doesn't do that because it doesn't have the same effect. And that's the media's attention. But James Harden said, I could play this game at any cost. I'll get moved on my timeline. And I'm saying, in the NBA, name a player that didn't go where they wanted to go. Name them.
But how long did it take? That matters.
I agree. And I'm saying You could sacrifice that time and not hurt these other niggas. And look, James Harden, when he retired, he gonna say the NBA is a fraternity.
And now you're,
he gonna say the NBA is a fraternity, but he's shitting on these niggas.
And now you're asking me to do what you want me to do. It is a fraternity, but everybody knows what Kobe, R.I.P. to Kobe, the GOAT. Everybody knows the stuff he said about Smush Parker. But Kobe be the first one to tell you the NBA is a fraternity. That don't mean everyone in the fraternity you gotta lock arms with.
What he said about Smush Parker.
Chris Paul, like Rondo spit on Chris Paul. They in the fraternity together. That don't mean you gotta be cool with everybody in the fraternity.
And Rondo's not cool with that nigga.
And that's my point.
But that didn't look, y'all stop talking about anything. I'm talking about players being able to earn money.
I'm talking.
That's all I'm talking about.
I'm speaking.
That's all I'm talking
going to
about.
that because you keep making these.
I'm saying it's wrong because he hurt his money. That's it. You don't have to hurt. PJ Tucker's gonna make a lot less money than you in the NBA, bro. His career's gonna be a lot less shorter.
That does happen in the NBA.
And you doing that is shortening his earning power. You're hurting him at the negotiating table. And prior to you wanting to leave,
making the shots he's supposed to make. That's
no, because he missed those same shots and was worth the same amount.
If you go to another team,
contract,
you better continue to play your defense.
I got a family to feed. I got a family to feed. I got my money to make. And I got my legacy.
Damn, your house contract coming up.
All that matters.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about the business of the NBA. You guys are talking about people's feelings and what they want to do.
No, you're talking about people's feelings. James Harden made a business move, and your feelings are caught up in the way he made that business move.
No,
that's what's happening right now, bro. He made a business move, and you're concerned about PJ Tucker's feelings, bro.
I'm not concerned about PJ Tucker's feelings. I'm concerned. Look, Mike, you have a choice every single day. All y'all have a choice every single day. You have a moral compass that you live by. Don't say you don't, because you do. I know you do.
Would never say that.
And I'm saying you wouldn't do what he did. Not because your feelings, you would feel so much about PJ Tucker, because you just wouldn't think it's right to hurt somebody's money. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't. So now you're allowed to. You're allowed to do it.
Steph, check this out.
But you wouldn't.
Check this out.
Why? All I'm saying is why you
you're
wouldn't
wrong.
do it.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You would.
If we're teammates and we've developed this kinship and I love you and we're teammates, yes. I'm going to hold you down. We're out. You're my brother. I got you. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to my career, my money, and my legacy, I'm doing what's best for me. I didn't grow up with you, nigga. We're teammates. I met you in the NBA.
No, like that.
Would I extend that to everybody in this room? No.
Listen,
Let me be clear.
That's not the fraternity you're talking about. It's not.
What? They asked Kobe, you taking a pay cut? He said, no, nigga, I'm Kobe. Give me what I need, nigga. That ain't got nothing to do with the fraternity. It did affect the team. They couldn't bust no moves because Kobe on the way out was like, nigga, I'm the bean.
That's not true, Mike.
Kobe didn't get his money on the way out?
He did.
And that's why they couldn't bust no moves. Because he said, I'm the bean. I need my money, bro. I don't care about y'all.
Mike, Kobe didn't take 3 maxes. You can always sign 3 max players. Every team knows that.
I'm talking about what I just said. I'm talking about what I just said. On the way out, Kobe could have took a pay cut and made the team better. What'd he say?
That's not the same, Mike.
All right, bro.
It's not the same. It's not close.
It's not even close. The circumstance is not the same. What I'm talking about, let me finish. What I'm talking about is the same is me doing what's best for me and not really caring about what's going on with you. That's what is the same.
Mike,
you can't argue that. That's what is the same.
And this is what I'm saying. Kobe knew him getting a max doesn't affect the earning power of these other players.
I'm not talking about that.
That's what PJ Tucker is talking about.
I'm not talking about
and that's all that I'm saying. You're doing all of this other stuff. You're bringing up all these other things. And I'm saying PJ Tucker is sitting there going, what's my contract going to look like?
You think
this is affecting my fucking
If it would
dollars.
have affected other people's earning potential, you think Kobe would have done anything differently?
I think that
Hell no.
Mike, but this is what I'm saying. Mike, this is what I'm saying. You're boiling you're boiling his whole career down to his last 3 years when he took the max every single year. He was a max player before that. It didn't affect nobody's money. Because he wasn't talking shit on them. He talked shit on Smush Parker. He wasn't getting the job done. Smush Parker wasn't going to get another contract. They filled the team with bad players.
Did them niggas get the job done?
PJ Tucker?
Did them niggas get the job done?
Yeah, they did.
What job did they get done?
They got to the conference finals. And
what's the job? What's the goal? Did they get that job done?
PJ Tucker's responsible for the championship? That's the
We're not
argument.
splitting hairs now.
No, we're not.
What's the job?
That's the
What's
argument.
the job? What's the goal?
James Harden is for James Harden short.
Bro,
PJ
James Harden coming in short.
bro. Like I said,
No,
we
him
seen
not
this
coming up
nigga
short. Him
make
talking
the shot
shit
that
does.
he's supposed
James
to
Harden
make
shows up. They
for
go
the
to
money
finals.
he's supposed to
PJ
make
Tucker's
and
winning,
didn't
guess what?
make it.
Goes up.
Now we only lost by 10. I ended up with 25 to 35
Now
points.
it's on PJ Tucker. Now it's on PJ Tucker.
No,
Look what you gotta do. Look what you gotta do to defend that position.
Let me finish.
Look what you gotta do.
Let me finish. You talk. You said how you felt about PJ Tucker. This is what I'm saying. You asked. What were they supposed to end up at the end? They're supposed to end up at the championship. That's what they were playing for.
No, I think they did what they were supposed to do.
That's what they're playing for. The only reason why they lost to Golden State that 1 year was because
What are we
James
talking
Harden
about?
couldn't
What
make
are
a
we
shot.
talking
The
about?
whole team
I'm
couldn't
really
make
not
a shot.
sure.
So what I'm
I'm talking about PJ Tucker's earning power. You guys have yet one argument that you made has not shown me how his earning power was not negatively affected by that. You guys are just telling me
Because-
did the team come up
no,
short?
no,
Who's gonna get paid?
no,
James Harden's
no.
always gonna get paid. and PJ
No,
Tucker's
because
not.
I'm not gonna argue that because my retort to that is that's not my concern. I didn't grow up with you, nigga. I met you in the NBA a few years ago. It's not my
And
job.
that's-
It's
bro.
not my job to worry about what contract
Mike,
you get.
and all I'm
I'm James
saying is
Harden.
I
I'm gonna get
wouldn't
my
do
bread.
that.
I want to go
And you're
play in
earning-
Brooklyn and
and
get
all
me
I'm
a
saying is
championship.
I wouldn't
That's
do
all I'm
that.
concerned about.
And your
You
earning
guys asked
power-
me all these other situations. I said I wouldn't do that.
And your earning power is supposed to be you're supposed to play defense and shoot those corner threes.
That's what
If you
he said.
That is a mute point. That does not matter.
If you do
PJ
that,
Tucker did
if
his
you do
job
that,
enough
if
to
you
get a
do that,
contract.
if
He
you do
doesn't
that,
have
then
a
you
contract
should.
now.
If you
because
do
James
that,
Harden's
if you do
leaving.
that,
That's
then
not
you
my
should.
concern.
What did Dwight
I
Howard do?
understand
What did
that,
Dwight
Mike.
Howard do?
I'm not saying
he
that
came,
James
he
Harden's
came to
concern.
LA
I'm
for
saying it
$2 million.
affects PJ
He
Tucker.
left for 19. He came to the Los Angeles Lakers for $2 million. He did his job. He left, and he ended up with 19.
Who?
End the story, bro. End the story, bro.
Dwight-
If you do what you're
Dwight Howard
supposed to
won a
do, if you stand in the corner, you hit the three you're supposed to hit when I pass you the goddamn ball.
Dwight Howard did. Dwight Howard didn't
Is
get 19
is it not?
because he did
Is
his
it
job
not?
so great.
Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
Let's
Can
stop
someone-
talking
can
about
someone
basketball.
please explain
Let's
it?
stop talking about basketball
Is
because
it
that
not?
doesn't make
Is
sense.
it not? Is
That
it
does
not?
not make sense.
Is it
Dwight
not?
Howard did not get
Is it
his
not?
contract.
Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Say no.
You talk about this last.
Say no.
this past
He thinks
season?
Dwight
Say
Howard's
no.
in Philly because he
Say
wanted.
no.
He did his job so well.
Say
He
no.
did it. He got it that
Jesse,
contract in Philly
Jesse,
because
say
he's
no.
a champion.
Jesse,
They
say
did his
no.
job on a championship
Jesse,
team.
say no.
I-
Jesse, say no.
I believe Dwight Howard got the contract he has because he played the role that he played and it got them a ring.
Is that not what the fuck we're talking about?
And it got.
Is that not what we're talking about, Mike?
That's not even
Is that not what we're talking about?
It is.
I'm saying if you do your job in the corner like you're supposed to, if you do your job in the corner like you're supposed to, and play defense.
But this
He does
How's
his
that
He does his job in the
Tucker's
corner and
role.
plays defense.
I think we're changing the
This
argument.
Oh my
this
God,
this
man.
is
Oh
not-
my
This
God.
isn't about what
We're
PJ
talk-
Tucker.
what we're talking about.
This is not
Someone
about
get a
what
paycheck.
PJ Tucker did or did not do.
And that's all I've been saying. Because
You-
he could do his job or not do his job. James Harden's talking shit on me. I earn less money.
Stefan,
you
It's
said
over.
shit.
It's
That's all
over.
he's saying. That's all he's saying.
That's it.
Look.
That's it.
If
You
you're-
guys can't dispute that. That is a fact.
And especially in the
That's a fact, bro.
Okay,
Nah,
you
that's-
talk
and
shit
Mike said
for
he
PJ. What I'm saying
I said he
is,
could.
But he
I'm
did
just saying that's not right. I'm just saying it's not right.
In the contract.
Not if you do what you're supposed
Jesse
to.
be mad at me if I took my hat off. He said I should save this Uncle Phil head for the dad pod, right? y'all see Tory Lanez.
Oh my
y'all see Tory Lanez here, bro.
And then
He looks like a guy running
Wasn't
from a
he-
conviction.
Wasn't he bald before though?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
got the bronze sign
And
He
he,
thought-
looked
he
like
thought-
he makes his appointments
He
and
thought he
somebody
got
caught a
his
picture
title.
of him with his hat off.
in between them for him.
Yes, the
He had to know what that looks like.
His
I think
package
he
like-
probably thought he stood his hair up enough to where people
His
couldn't
package
see.
Amazon-
And somebody was too
He
high.
probably live in Texas or
He
something
should,
like that.
man. He's like five foot.
Yeah,
He got his own
So
room.
that wasn't exactly.
Yeah,
that
Amazon
don't
can't
matter.
deliver in Texas right now. You know how it goes, man.
No, that shit was too straight up. He didn't think he was gonna get sick.
You can't let that happen.
That's
bro.
right.
Yeah, he didn't think he was gonna be
He didn't
sick.
think he was gonna
Because
be
yeah,
sick.
you're
That
right.
shit's
It
too
was
wild.
way too straight.
It's
He
too
would
wild.
have. Yeah, he would have combed it. I don't know if he
That
would
look
You
have
would have
combed
some
it.
texture or something was in
You should have had a beanie on. Let's keep it
Should
real.
have-
You should have a
I
beanie on.
had
He should
I
have
had
got
to
a
do
Sully,
something.
You should
or
have
just
something.
like got a dad hat and just flipped it backwards
Yeah.
and wore it like all the way
Yeah,
down
yeah.
backwards. You know what I'm saying? Just does
Stay your
something.
ass
He should have not got on camera. This nigga need to take care of what he need to take care of.
Guarantee it was
He
nothing.
need to stop. He need to
You
stop
can't
being
let
out
that
here like
happen.
everything's all good.
You can't let that
Probably
happen.
on purpose.
Like
Hey,
just
so look, you see, Megan did something. Was in another recent altercation with her now boyfriend.
Who?
Meg.
Word.
So it only goes to the point that we was talking about before. Did he really shoot her like that?
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? Because now look, she's
I'm not
now.
talking about this.
Yeah, that's a little deep.
Yeah, I'm looking at a lot
We're
of
2.5
podcasts.
hours in, man. I don't know if we can do
This
this
is a whole.
today.
This
Hey,
three
I'm
I
not
hours.
thought
gonna
this was Family Room podcast. What y'all afraid of?
I'm not afraid of nothing. I'm not.
But I'm just saying, I'm just bringing up
For me,
this
it's the
question
time.
because
It's the
look,
time for me.
because now she's not.
That's a deep conversation.
That nigga rubbing his legs.
No, that's a 30-minute combo right there.
That's more than 30 minutes. But
Yeah, it's about an hour.
and just we can leave on that note because
Tory
now.
Lanez, nobody wants to see you until you take care of what you need to take care of.
Yeah, but now look.
Good hairdo or not.
Now this other dude, she's in a relationship. You can't see him on tape, but you hear him yelling through the door, like trying to get to her.
Man, I don't
You see what I'm
trust
saying?
celebrities no more. They lost
You
my
don't see
trust.
her, but and you see what I'm saying? Because there's just so much out there. Who you really gonna believe? And now it's happening again. It goes into to just
What you
I
mean it's
add fuel-
happening again?
To add fuel to his fire. I don't. Do you see?
So-
I'm gonna play devil's advocate because of the point.
We can't have that.
So is it true how they say
So
like
we're gonna pay Meg
like
if
the
we say
person
doing
that
it
annoys
again.
you the most is pretty much like
Yeah, how many
who
times
you
is
love? You know what I'm saying?
That's the question.
Or is there
like,
such
like,
word
they,
as
like they just know your butt.
Because I see what
Let's
you're
say
trying to say, bro.
Meg's in
Yeah.
another situation with somebody that's gonna abuse a woman. It's not, oh, she's in this situation again. It's, oh, this is happening to her again. She's a victim.
Yeah, I mean, you could also search out your oppressor.
No.
You know, you can't fall for a type and then get in that situation and
No,
be
but I said no because that doesn't make it your fault or like you're doing this again. No, you're a victim again. Like no matter how many times you're a victim, you are a victim again. If a man is trying to get to her and beat on her, she's being victimized
brick
again.
wall, then what you doing?
No, that's not. When I choose somebody, they're not showing me they're a fucking woman beater.
They might.
And then
if you ignore the signs.
Okay, it's still not my fault. Like you beat on me, it's like damn. You should have saw that coming. No, you shouldn't have beat me, motherfucker.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like Tory, you shouldn't have pulled the gun out. And just because I was in that situation, don't mean you right for fucking hitting me upside my head. You know what I'm saying?
This might be off topic, but
I like
you
Tory
shouldn't be
Lanez.
with
I
the.
like Tory
You should know what kind of men. Like I'm not trying to say most men aren't hiding it or whatever, but I feel like you can kind of tell when there's aggressive. You can't tell though, ever.
No.
It's been way too. See, you gotta be careful with that, bro. There's been way too many stories of girls like, I had no idea.
I feel you on that.
Like,
I feel you on it, but let's say like it keeps happening over and over again.
So it's my
I have women in my family that I thought were
It's brainwashing.
great judges of character.
It's
That
brainwashing.
ended up in situations where I'm like, I'll kill that man.
It's brainwashing.
I'm not.
what's brainwashing?
The whole form of being in that situation and not being able to get out of it.
Yeah.
The form of not being able to get out is a form of brainwashing.
I disagree.
I mean,
I disagree. It is not necessarily brainwashing. It could be
Conditioning.
I said a form of.
I think you condition them to a certain extent,
Because you got to get them to believe that there's no other place you can go but here.
or they have no other. Yeah.
Or
Or,
just-
or what are you gonna do?
Yes.
or they grew up around it, or they think that these
tough.
these are. I'm talking about.
That's tough.
Or they're scared. I can't leave because he's gonna do X, Y, and Z. I think anything that broaches, get out that situation, do what you gotta do. I'm not comfortable putting that on no woman. I'm not comfortable putting that on nobody.
There's lots of
But we're
reasons,
talking
lots
about
of reasons why people stay in abusive
No,
relationships.
I agree, and I don't think holding. Any
No, I'm
of those-
agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing
yeah,
with
I don't like holding them to any of that. Saying, "Well, you could have did this." How people be like, "You got kids. You just gonna let your kids see you get abused?" Yeah, I'm scared, motherfucker. What you talking about? Yeah, he socked me in my fucking eye, and I was out for 3 days. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm scared. What you talking about? I'm just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the Meg situation. If there's a video out there with her behind the door, somebody trying to get to her, I pray that she's all right.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know the details. We don't know the details.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, you ain't gotta shoot me for me to be scared. You got a gun, bro. Tory Lanez could have shot the motherfucker at the ground and it went straight up in the air. Nigga, he shot at me. A nigga pull his gun at me. When we go downstairs, a nigga pull his gun on me and shoot that bitch in the air. I'm taking that like he shot that shit at me, bro. Next time I see that nigga, he better see me coming. He better see me coming. Pull your fuck. What you trying to do with that? What you trying to show me what you gonna do, bro? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I can't expect that's a man's response. I can't expect a victim in a situation, a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? There's a victim in that situation to be like, I'm gonna do this or or I should have seen it coming or I don't know. I'm gonna definitely look into that shit because I mean the Tory Lanez shit ain't even done with. that ain't even went to trial, right? That's supposed to go next. What?
I'm not even sure.
That's on some Antonio Brown shit. He like got that shit pushed back like a year.
Man.
Tom Brady, that nigga. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. I don't fuck with Tom Brady though, but I respect him. I don't fuck with him.
Got caught cheating too many times, man. We gotta get up out of here though.
You can also be cheating for that nigga, man. Niggas love this nigga. He play average. They be like, oh my god, the Patriots, oh my god, the Bucks are so great. Look at Tom. Nigga, he had 3 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Like what?
All right. Our hearts and minds clear.
Yeah.
That was a good one, man. Have fun.
You good?
Uh-huh.
Couple things ran on, but it's all good.
You good?
Family Room Podcast, he all good. Family Room Podcast, episode 74.
Oh,
I'm Mike Rome.
Jesse Williams.
I got Isaac.
Yes, sir.
Big Bro. Mike Adore. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
Cameo.
Big D on the cameras. We appreciate you, fam. We out, man. Thanks for rocking with us.